I'm choking.
I was say that hurt.
That
hurt me.
Not my greatest performance.
Let me try mine. Hold on.
Give that a shot. Back on the Wegmans game, everybody.
Well, not me. Let's see how I do.
Much better.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah, well, it's because you're a grown up.
I'm far from grown, sir.
I'm
growing.
You are. As we speak. Welcome to Wings on Wings.
No, if we're as I speak, I'm fucking shedding.
Well, welcome to We Need Wrestling, everybody.
I'm shedding my old skin.
You are. What the hell were we thinking having two W podcasts?
Oh,
We Need Wrestling Wings on Wings.
We weren't.
That's what it is.
Because naturally we don't.
Yeah, we don't. We really don't.
It's all good, man.
That's why I spent like 20 minutes before refreshing the Junk Shop Dog page to pre-order that Terry Funk that doesn't go on sale till tomorrow because I thought it was Friday.
Proud of you.
Thanks, buddy.
Good for you. Look at you, man. You're batting 1,000 right now.
Today.
You're having a day.
Today. I got Foxy back. I thought the day was great.
Nope.
No,
it's not.
Oh
man, well I'm doing good.
Yeah, good, pal. How are you? Let's talk about you, not me.
Fucking doing awesome.
Good,
man.
I'm glad.
I have no fucking complaints with my life.
Good, great,
like none.
Awesome.
I'm doing good.
Cool.
I guess I don't. I don't know.
No, that's good. You don't have to listen.
So, do you want me to have complaints?
No,
do you want me to have sorrow?
I want you to live as complaint free of a life as possible.
All right.
That's all.
I'm cool with that.
That's possible.
I can get down with that.
All right.
How are you, man?
I just said I thought it was Friday.
But is that a bad thing?
When it's not Friday, yes.
Well, I guess so. All right. Well,
so no, I'm good, buddy.
Good.
We have lots to talk about today.
Yeah, let's just.
Mattel blew some asses out their asses today.
Fucking
kicked some legs out from under their legs.
Knocked people's dicks right in the
dirt.
For sure.
Right. Apropos, baby.
That's right, baby. Don't mean you're dicking around the dirt with farm implements.
Lots to talk about. We watched a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, dude. Do you want to just get right into this shit?
Do we have any news?
I have a couple things.
All right, let's go.
Did you end up watching that Forbidden Door documentary?
I did. I watched it. Yeah, I don't remember. I did watch it.
What'd you think of it?
I liked it a lot.
I loved it.
It was short, but it was cool.
Half hour.
I liked that it was mostly Regal talking about how much he loved wrestling Hashimoto.
Yeah, that was cool. And Sting talking about the Fukuoka Dome.
Oh, yeah. Sting, too, was in it. Was really good.
Jericho was in it.
Jericho ate a dick.
I mean, he was talking about how bad Super Lager was. So
Super Lager was real bad.
I agree with that.
Right. I hope that means in 25 years he'll come on something and talk about how bad he is now.
Oh,
but anyway.
Yeah. I enjoyed Regal when he said, if these cats in All Elite Wrestling think that they can hang with New Japan, he goes, they really have another thing coming. And they really need to step their game up.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really well done. It was only a half hour.
Yeah.
Cool old footage.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd necessarily call it a documentary about Forbidden Door so much it is about we talked to the old guys that remember New Japan.
I agree with that.
But it was cool. I liked it a lot. It was fun. And then they put up some of the matches, the Regal Hashimoto. And it's been there forever. You can find it, but they put it up singly. And I don't know if they did it in English commentary on it. I don't know.
But Regal talks about, and I didn't know that he was the youngest. Or was he the youngest or the first?
The first British wrestler to wrestle for the IWGP
That's
title.
what it was. That's crazy.
That's crazy,
man. Yeah. Regal's awesome.
Regal's the man. And that match is really good, too.
I haven't watched it. I heard it's really good.
It's good. There's a part where Regal even says on the thing where he doesn't know how he stayed standing because Hashimoto catches him one in the corner.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Hashimoto's a motherfucker, man.
He was a bastard, dude.
The least notoriety of the Three Musketeers for various amount of reasons, but none of them being his in-ring work. He was fantastic.
He would beat the shit out of you, that's for sure.
He was fantastic. He was the least finesse of all three of them. He would just beat the shit out of you.
He was Fat Elvis.
Right.
I loved him.
Exactly.
He was so, oh man.
Yes.
I do love me some Hashimoto.
Hashimoto.
Things I don't love.
Yes.
Ric Flair's last match.
Oh boy.
So what?
Yeah.
What'd you think of that video, pal?
So I'll tell you what, it made me consider buying it to watch it.
Yeah, really? It almost did its job then.
I'm not going to because it's on Michelle's birthday. So
okay,
it's July 31st. I'm pretty sure, right?
That'd be a good way to celebrate.
But also because I don't really want to watch Ric Flair die. But I watched that and I was like, oh no, he's actually going to die. So nobody would wrestle him. Right?
What a mess.
So they got his training partner to wrestle him, who we all know has been his training partner for the past bunch of months.
Like, that's been the rumor that it's going to be him the whole time.
And whereas if I was Tony Khan, I would say, listen, Lethal, I don't want you anywhere near this thing, let alone in the match with the guy who's going to croak. Yeah. But Ric Flair's goal is to make Jay Lethal's last name literal.
Man.
And then so he teams with Andrade.
Of course, team with the son-in-law.
Right.
Yeah, who's Jay Lethal's tag partner, sir?
And then I guess this makes complete sense. Why not? Jeff Jarrett, WWE, and I like how Ric Flair was like, WWE's giving me one of their own. They're giving you one of their own fucking backstage agents, pal.
Hey, listen, he's going to have a big weekend because he's randomly a special guest referee in a match on SummerSlam.
Right. And the thing that if I was Ric Flair that I wouldn't want to happen here is the thing that always happens when Jeff Jarrett's involved.
Jeff Jarrett wins.
Jeff Jarrett wins. Always.
What did you think of Karen Jarrett and how she's looking these days?
Oh, is that who that was?
Mm-hmm. That was his wife.
Okay.
Kurt Angle's ex-wife.
Kurt Angle's ex-wife, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. What did you think?
I don't really. It didn't leave an impression on me. I didn't.
Roll Tide. That's all I'll say.
All right.
Yeah. He's gonna.
Flair's gonna
die, dude.
He's gonna die for real. And I wouldn't want to be a part of this in any capacity.
No.
Because he's actually...
The rest of the card actually looks good.
Right. It has to be. Because in all reality, Flair's going to do, one hot tag. Andrade's going to do all the work. Flair's going to get a hot tag. He's going to tag out. He's going to bleed, right? He's going to get jumped. He's going to bleed. He's going to tag back out. And then he's going to come in for the figure 4 and win the match. He's not going to do much. We're not fucking stupid here.
Man.
He may, in the match, sort of get a little cuckoo beans and get a little caught up in it and try and do more.
You think he's going to try to come off the top rope?
I think he's absolutely going to try and do the corner flip out. 100%.
He's just going to break his back.
Yeah. And he's also going to bleed and then do the flare flop, and the ring's going to look like the shroud of Turin. It's just going to be his face implanted in blood.
They're going to have like the Gallagher tarps for people at ringside.
Yeah, it's awful because he's also, he has heart problems, so he's also on blood thinners. Yeah. So he's just going to bleed like a fountain. Like it's going to be like in you ever see UHF?
Yeah.
With you get to drink from the fire hose.
Yeah.
That's just what it's going to be. It's going to be so gross.
Dude, he might die.
Yeah.
Like it's a legitimate concern. He might die.
He really might. Yeah. And like David Crockett, seemingly all of his family wants it to happen.
Yeah, they're you're not wrong.
Right? Because there's no way Charlotte doesn't like walk him down to the ring or be backstage or something.
She'll be there, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Because like think about, not that this stuck, but like Terry Funk's 19th retirement, WWE sent Hitman, like, all that sort of stuff.
Things were different back then with the contracts.
They were. But it's Flair. I think Vince or Steph or whoever's shadow running whoever's shadow running that company right now.
Whoever's
or go ahead, go ahead, Megan. Go ahead and watch your dad.
Megan.
Make sure you're there so you can say goodbye.
Oh Jesus!
And then so it's booked by David Crockett. Well, it's
Jim Crockett Promotions.
Booked by David Crockett. But
it's the last Jim Crockett Promotions
as
show.
It should be. But booked by David Crockett, but really by Conrad.
Uh-huh.
So it is just all of his not blood relatives trying to see if he actually dies.
That's all it is.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
You would think that Ric Flair had money left, that he didn't drink away all of his money, that they're trying to kill him so bad. But
boy. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
And thank God too.
I don't know if I'll watch.
Thank God that he is divorced, and I don't want to wish that on anybody. But if he wasn't, they were absolutely going to make Wendy put on that French maid gear and walk him to the ring again.
Old Fifi.
Holy shit! What do they? I'm surprised Baby Doll hasn't been involved in this yet. Like, what's going on? What is going on?
Speaking of things of what's going on, did you see SummerSlam is officially TV 14?
Okay.
So they did bump up the rating for it. Don't know if it's gonna mean anything at all. No,
probably. I love all the you know who's really gonna like that? MJF in 2 years.
Yeah, I know people are like, oh, that means Brock and Roman are gonna bleed everywhere, and I'm going, that's not gonna happen.
No, it means that Kevin Dunn can stop complaining about having to bleep bad words.
People are gonna just say shit a lot now,
right? And somehow it's still not gonna be Chucky T.
Poor Chucky T. So, a couple things I watched that I know you didn't this week. Unless you surprise me, and I'll be shocked. I watched the Goldberg AEW A&E documentary.
One, I did not know you were watching this.
Okay.
And two, I would not fucking watch that. Goldberg and Go Pound Sand.
They're fun to watch.
Okay. Was this one fun to watch, Brett?
Yeah, it was actually. All right. It actually was. Okay. Because they showed like Goldberg's like in the NFL and shit like that. Okay. So I always find that shit interesting.
Yeah.
Just talked about like his rise.
His Brian Cox-esque neck board.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. The old neck roll. I miss that. That's what football was. That's football. Right. Yeah. And he talked about he was originally drafted to the Panthers in the expansion draft, which I didn't know that.
That was my favorite team when that happened.
But he couldn't do it because he just had surgery to repair his abdomen.
Okay.
And he's just like, I couldn't do it. I was done.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because Kevin Green was on that team.
Yes. So the part, like, obviously you see his rise in WCW.
Yeah.
You know, him just fucking killing fools left and right.
Absolutely.
They get to the part, and I was shocked that they spent this much time on it.
Okay.
About Bret Hart.
Of course they do.
I was shocked they gave this a lot of time.
Yeah.
They had an interview with Bret, like a talking head interview. One. Yes.
Okay.
Just talking about.
Let me guess. Bret hasn't changed his tune.
Surprisingly, no. You know, they just show the whole incident, and he said the last thing I said to Bill when we went out there was, "Please don't hurt."
Right. And just to cut you off for a second, the thing about Bret Hart, and everybody understands that he's a crank and a cantankerous son of a bitch, right? But the thing about Bret Hart that people need to remember,
he's Bret Hart.
Is that he's always been consistent with his stories. His stories have never changed. His stories about the screw job and how it happened hasn't changed. His story about Goldberg and how that happened hasn't changed.
He's a professional, brother.
Everybody else changes. Shawn Michaels' story would change. Goldberg has said a bunch of different things. Bret Hart, believe it or not, his story has never strayed.
I will always believe Bret Hart.
Yes.
So he's going through the match, and he points out a spot where, remember how Bret used to do the corner figure four around the post on the outside? And he tells Bill, he goes, hey, when I'm going to do that, hold my foot.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, when I go down, I'm landing right on my head.
Yeah.
And he goes, I go down, he has my foot, I'm going down, he lets go.
Yeah.
And he goes, and I land so hard on my head, and he goes, I didn't know where I was.
Yeah.
Then we get back in the ring, and they show the kick. And he goes, he hits me, and I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah.
And he goes, then I get up, and he spears me, and he goes, I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah.
And so he just talks like he blames Goldberg for costing him the last couple of years of that contract.
Absolutely.
And
all the Saudi money in the world.
So Eric Bischoff says something.
Right.
And I got so angry.
Yeah.
Listen,
goes, we're not a Bischoff positive podcast.
No, not really, no.
Not current Bischoff.
No. He says, well, you know, I think they're both kind of partially to blame.
Okay.
He goes, Bret, like, you know, you're in there, you know what you signed up for. I go, what in the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
You know what you signed up for to get kicked in your fucking head?
Right.
You goddamn piece of shit?
Yeah.
And Bischoff goes, no doubt, he kicked him in the head. I'm not saying he didn't.
Yeah.
He goes, but you know what you signed up for.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you think it was Bret's decision to be like, hey, Goldberg, I want to work this program?
Right. Yeah, Bret already signed up for working one of the fundamentally worst wrestlers there ever was.
And that's what Bret says too. He goes, he's terrible in the ring. Mm-hmm. He never did anything good in the ring. Right. He goes, he's absolutely awful. Right. He hurts people. I'm
not defending Bischoff here, but like, you know what you signed up for? Yeah, you know you signed up for professional wrestling where your body's going to get damaged and accidents can happen and all that sort of stuff. But you did not sign up to be thrown in the ring against Bill Goldberg, who was hurting people.
Yeah.
Bret's not the only person he hurt. Not the only problem he's ever caused. And it's just what it is. Maybe, would Bret be a happier guy if he let go of a grudge or two in his life? That's certainly possible.
Yeah.
But when you see Shawn Michaels making $3-4 million an appearance in Saudi Arabia, I'd be pissed off too.
I always go back to what Punk said.
Yeah, right.
I'm doing this because Bret fucking can't.
Exactly.
And it just it breaks my heart.
And Bischoff is a dude who was super important to wrestling. I will not downplay his, he's more self-important than he was, but he was there. He had a lot to do behind the scenes with the rise of WCW. I will not take that away from him. But Bischoff now is just trying to be like Vince Russo and just every time somebody puts a microphone in front of his face, he says something controversial.
Tries to be a tough guy.
So people will talk about him. Wrestling is littered from fucking Brother Ray Dudley to Eric Bischoff to a lesser but more bitter extent, if that makes sense, Booker T. It's just these guys who they get a microphone in front of them and they know if they say something controversial, people will talk about them, and then then that opens up the door for them to be able to talk about how great they are.
No, you're not
and
wrong.
That's just what it is. Bischoff is a guy who had made appearances in AEW and buries AEW all the time because they didn't give him a permanent job. Yeah. Look at fucking Road Dogg this week. We all know Road Dogg was asking Billy to try and hook him up in AEW.
He blatantly came out and said, I'd like to work there.
And then when he didn't get it, he's like, oh, it's so amateur indie, blah, blah, blah. Like, they're carny wrestling assholes. But, yeah, Bischoff sucks. Goldberg sucks.
Yeah, I got real mad about
Goldberg has another match on his contract. He's going to get paid another couple mil to go work a fucking 2-minute match that nobody wants to see.
They show, like, his return in WWF after, like, in 2003, 2002, whatever the fuck it was. They like go over the whole him and Brock the last match and like just how fucking terrible it was.
Awful.
They go over like his return and everything. And there was one funny part where he was talking to his wife and they go, "Yeah, I look over at our son in the crowd and he ripped his shirt off and he's just screaming like a maniac because his dad is kicking ass." I was like, that's kind of cool.
Right.
But I like the fucking documentaries though. They're pretty good. The next one that I did watch was the Taker Kane Rivals show. Yeah. It's like an hour long. Mm-hmm. You don't learn anything new at all. Nah. It was just like here's the recap and, Kane's coming and the fucking story.
Sure.
It is still surreal that when him tearing the door off the Hell in a Cell and just planting Taker with the tombstone.
Absolutely.
Like,
it's
crazy,
Kane was an incredibly well executed wrestling character for about 6 months.
Like, it was incredible, yeah.
Like
they talk about the Inferno match, and you know the whole history.
Right. The magic is completely lost by the time, if not immediately after, his mask gets removed for the first time.
I think it was even gone before that.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was completely gone by then.
Yeah.
But it was already dwindling. It was already diminishing returns. But, like, that window right in the beginning.
Dude, 97, like, Bad Blood when he showed. Oh, my God. It's insane.
Yeah.
So I guess.
It was a good meeting, too, because, like, Taker was not on the downturn yet either.
No.
Like he had reinvented, he was doing like the more the ministry kind of stuff at that point. Like he was out of the gray gloves and everything.
Yeah, right? he wasn't like
the ministry wasn't really there.
That wasn't there yet.
But he was like out of the gray gloves.
He was like Lord of Darkness.
Yeah, or he was starting to like change his look and adapt a little bit, less comic book character, more Lord of Darkness kind of thing. And Kane comes in, so like Taker's still a little bit on the up, and Kane is just coming, and they met at a really good time where they both weren't shitty.
Yeah,
and then everything after that's kind of downhill. Not that they did good stuff. They didn't do good stuff because they did.
No, they did
after that.
I remember,
but like it's a slow decline for both of those characters after that was done.
I remember Taker coming back at WrestleMania 20, like when he went back to like the Dead Man sort of and being super into it.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, that story it's like goofy, you know, when you look back at it. Sure. But it
executed really well.
So good.
Yeah.
I guess the last piece of news we'll talk about, and then that will kind of intertwine that with some shit that we watched.
Okay.
The Pro Wrestling Noah N1 Victory Tournament lineup got announced.
It did.
So the N1 is basically the G1. You know, it's just another tournament.
Right. The N stands for no toe.
No toe?
I don't know.
Sure. I was going to say, whatever you say.
Nakajima, I guess.
Well, last year Nakajima won it.
Good.
So in the blocks, you have 2 blocks. In the A block, you have Kenoa. More on him later.
Yes.
Kazuyuki Fujita.
Boo.
Go Shiozaki, which maybe now, because apparently he got fucking hurt by his neck, which is, wanted to be like, hey, go, stop.
Yep.
Masato Tanaka.
Yay, Dengen.
Masaki Mochizuki.
Hey, Mochizuki.
Hideki Suzuki.
El
Hijo D. Del Wagner, Dr. Wagner Jr.
Okay, great name.
And Anthony Green.
Hey, good for Anthony Green.
And then in the B block, you have...
It's an interesting mix because there's some heavyweights and cruiserweights in there, and the G1 doesn't really put cruiserweights in.
No, it's very rare they do it.
Yeah.
And then the B block...
Yoshihashi a heavyweight?
Yeah.
What a fucking joke. Sorry.
The B block, you have Masakatsu Funaki.
Okay, Funaki's still all right.
Kaito Kiyomiya.
Kiyomiya rules.
Katsuhiko Nakajima.
Nakajima's awesome.
Takashi Sugiura.
Sugiura's still great.
Masa Kitamiya.
Kitamiya's awesome.
Satoshi Kojima.
Koji's great.
Timothy Thatcher.
Tim Thatcher's good.
And Jack Morris.
Zach Morris?
Nope, Jack.
Who's that?
Don't have a fucking clue.
Okay.
Didn't even look him up.
Cool.
He looks kind of generic.
Okay.
So
listen, somebody's got to lose. That's just what it is.
Gotta have your fall guy.
That's the Chase Owens of the N1. It's just what it is. Somebody's got to lose matches.
So that's going to kick off August 11th. And I think you and
we'll be covering it
have
here.
Kind of decided we're just going to fucking do that.
1 week overlap with the G1. The G1 ends on the 18th, I think.
Yeah.
So 1 week overlap. But yeah, we're going to cover the N1 for the first time and see if Noah actually sticks to their guns.
See if it's worth it.
Of as we'll talk about later, finally walking away from the old fucks.
Yeah, well, that leads us into shit that we watched this week.
It does.
Noah held their event called Destination.
It did.
Watched a couple matches from it.
Me too.
As you did as well.
Yes.
So the first one that I watched just because on paper I said, well, I have to watch this. Nasawa Rongai teaming up with Super Crazy against Masato Tanaka and Rob Van Dam.
That's right. Let the audience know that Brett pointed to himself with his thumbs while he did that.
You know what? After watching this, I kind of wanted to.
Okay.
RVD and Masato Tanaka are combined 100 years old.
They are.
RVD is older than Masato Tanaka. Both you and Doug got that wrong, and
RVD looks all of it. RVD looks like RVD if they just drug him out of a lake.
He may look like it. He fucking looked awesome.
Oh, he wrestled awesome. But when you see him standing there, you're like, what happened?
Yeah.
Dragged the lake.
For sure.
Yeah. Looks like RVD who's suffering from pneumonia.
Yeah. So this was like 10 minutes. It was just a straight up like an ECW match.
Yes.
Tons of weapons. Tons of bullshit.
Yeah. Nonsense chairs where like the seats fall away, but like Nasawa Rongai got like 8 of them busted over his head.
He sure did.
RVD does the spin kick gimmick off the apron and kills his ribs on the guardrail.
Crazy.
RVD looked pretty good.
RVD looked good.
Yeah. The 5-star frog splash looks awesome still.
Dude, he hit the Rolling Thunder the right way with a flip at the end too.
Right, yeah.
The Van Terminator, or no, Van Dam. He didn't do the Van Terminator.
No, after the match, it's like he probably can't make that leap anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if he could.
Nah, it's hard.
I thought he looked awesome though.
I thought he looked really good.
Shocking.
Right, and Dangan Tanaka's always looked good. He's never really stepped back.
He looked phenomenal.
Super Crazy looks like Super Crazy.
Yeah,
he's all right. A little heavier than he was.
Sure,
but he still do a nice moonsault.
Yeah.
I had a Super Crazy T-shirt when I bought it at an ECW show. Big fan of him and Tajiri fighting each other.
I almost bought a reboot of that.
I saw it the other day. I thought about it too. And then Nasawa Rongai was there.
He was there. What'd you think of it?
I liked it. It was nonsense.
It's 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was just
10 minutes of fun.
Right. It was just nonsense fun. Like you told me when you watched it first, you're like, watch it because it's just like an ECW match.
Yeah.
And it was. RVD like physically, like, again, looks like a sickly version of RVD, but when he starts moving, he looks like RVD.
Yeah.
He's doing the stuff. So.
And that's why I liked it as much because I remember RVD like towards the end of his run as Impact, he wasn't looking too good. This, he looked great.
Yeah.
Like, he actually looked like RVD.
Yeah.
It made me happy.
I'm shocked that RVD looks as good as he does with the shortage of protein powder there is in Japan. So you would think that would hurt his physique.
Oh, jeepers creepers. Next match. This is the first in the Pro Wrestling Love Series, whatever the fuck they're calling it.
Okay.
For Keiji Muto's farewell.
Yeah, I watched this.
First of 5 matches towards the end. Keiji Muto versus Kaito Kiyomiya.
Right. 25 years old.
25 years old.
Youngest guy to hold the global honor championship.
Yes.
The true future, because even like Nakajima's in his 30s, Keno's even closer to 40, I think.
Keno's like 37.
Yeah, and Go's like 43.
Yeah.
So like this is the actual, like, this is the closest they have to making a star of the next 20 years.
Well, and I'm familiar with him. Obviously, we watched matches with him.
Right.
I read up a little bit more about him after this match, and they were almost trying to make him like the new Misawa.
Okay.
But just too quick.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And they said it kind of hurt him a bit, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's only one goddamn Mitsuharu Misawa.
Right. Yes.
This match, though, I loved it.
Yeah, so this was really good.
I loved it.
You know, I wanted to be like, hey Ed from Pavda Nam, watch this match because I know how much you love the great Muta, Keiji Muto, and I knew he wouldn't like it, but it was really good.
Yeah.
Muto reined himself in.
He did.
But still worked a really good, smart match. He comes out to the final countdown, which is hilarious.
That was kind of funny.
He still says motherfucker a lot when he does stuff. And the story of this is very much young versus old. And then not Kitamiya, there's two different guys.
There are two different guys.
Kiyomiya stealing Muto's moves. It was a really interesting story here.
I liked Muta kept going for the dragon screw and he couldn't hit it.
Yep. I like the step down, like don't let him twist you. That's a cool little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically the premise of this after the match was Muto is kind of giving Kiyomiya 3 moves.
Right.
The figure 4, the Shining Wizard, and the Dragon Screw.
The Dragon Screw, yeah.
Which I think that's...
Oh, he does the flashing elbow too, though.
They did the flashing elbow, but he said, he's like, those are his now.
Yeah.
Which I thought was cool.
That's cool.
Those are 3 moves synonymous with Keiji Muto.
Sure. Yeah.
But how about when Muto hit that top rope fucking Frankenstein?
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It will help get into the top. Those knees, you know, it's okay.
It's, you know,
we turn a blind eye.
Right. One big spot like that. He's not pulling out the moonsaults, so he could do that one.
But I was super impressed, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people were saying, like, oh, Kiyomiya with the ultimate carry job here.
I don't think so.
No. I thought Muto held his own.
Yeah. He's the best Muto match in a long time. I think he knows it's the end, so he's taking it very seriously.
Yeah.
He wrestled a low-key match here. I don't think that means Kiyomiya carried him.
No.
I just think he knows he focused more on storytelling in this match than he has in a long time.
Yeah.
Because that's what needs to get this stuff over.
Yeah, and then him finally giving up to the figure 4, you know, that's wild.
I don't know that he sold that finish as well as he probably could have. I think
a
little bit of
I think it was a little gas.
Right, and he sort of just like tapped out lightly and then was like kind of okay right out. Like he was like at one point I think he forgot to sell because he was just sitting there in it and then he went and then tapped out. I was like, oh okay. But again, that's an odd thing, but it doesn't take away from the match. It's the best Muto match in a long time. Does Kiyomiya have to slow down? Absolutely.
Sure.
Is anybody gonna have to slow down? Absolutely.
Sure.
But I thought he looked good, and I think if he spreads these out enough and wrestles the rest of the matches like this and doesn't mind taking some more L's.
I don't think he's going to get a single W.
I hope not. But I'll let him have 1 or 2, but I hope he takes none because that's the right way to do it.
It's the right thing to do, brother. Brother.
But I like this match.
Dude, I was actually blown away by it. I like this match. Very impressed. I also watched for the GHC Junior Heavyweight title, Hayata versus Seki Yoshioka.
I did not watch this.
It was okay. Yeah. I don't really care for Hayata.
I don't like Hayata that much either.
I like Yoshioka.
Yeah.
But it was just okay.
Yeah.
Hayata won.
Yeah. I was going to watch the Haas Babies match too, but I didn't.
No, because fuck that result.
Yeah.
And then the main event for the GHC.
Yeah, and Haas's are down this week because there's a shortage of protein powder.
Oh, boy.
Main event.
Yeah, main event for the GHC heavyweight title. Satoshi Kojima against Kenoa.
Yep.
Kenoa gets the fucking win, man. He wins the GHC heavyweight title.
Yes.
He wants to rid Noah of all the old fucks.
Right. The way the Lord intended. Listen, I love Kojima, all timer for me. One of the dude that came along at the time to get a bunch from Kenta Kobashi, got a bunch from Keiji got a bunch from Stan. It's interesting, right there at that right time.
So I read a thing this week, and it kind of made me appreciate Kojima more.
Okay,
you had kind of the grouping of Kojima, Tenzan, Nagata, and Nakanishi.
Yeah.
And man, Inoki did no favors for those guys. And the article it was kind of looking back and it's saying like these guys, they're legends, but they should have been bigger legends. But at the time with the Inokiism and all that shit,
right?
And that's why a lot of them left,
right?
Like they didn't want to deal with the shit.
That's
why fucking Hashimoto left.
Kojima,
that's why Muto left.
Kojima and Tenzan in All Japan had hellacious runs too.
Yeah, crazy.
Like Tenkoji was one of the only teams to win. So they held both tags. Both tags at the same time. All this stuff. Kojima's held a bunch of belts. So like it's Kojima is a dude that like to me when I think about him, and my list always changes, but like I can easily slide Kojima in my top 5.
Yeah.
And I don't think he is on that stage thought of that way.
Yeah,
God, he's really good. He's all the parts of those legends that he was there at the tail end of. His time was they wanted shoot fighters.
Yeah, they just didn't get propped up.
And think about what that did to Yuji. Yuji got his ass kicked when Inoki tried to make him do MMA. And it's just,
And that's what, like, the whole point of that article. Like they said, not taking nothing away from those guys. They're legends, but they should have been even bigger legends.
It's very weird. And, like, for Tenzan, I understand he's broken down. Yuji still has a pretty good...
Yuji can go.
And Yuji can still go. And they also have a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
But, like, Kojima's, like, 50, if that. There's no reason why he's not having a Tenryu-esque 50-year-old man run. Yeah. He's in phenomenal shape. The knees don't look like they knock when he moves. He still moves around fine, and he doesn't even need to because he can just stand it because he's still huge. He can stand in one place and beat the shit out of you. Like the old man Tenryu run, the old man Muto run in the 2000s where Koji was sort of came into his own too. Was Kojima could be having that now in New Japan, and for whatever reason they don't, and I think that's probably why because he was a little stunted from the beginning, so he doesn't get that level of run, which is unfortunate. Which is why in Noah I like them seeing him. Yeah, and I say get the old guys out of there, but like Kojima in ring,
there's exceptions to every rule,
right? Kojima doesn't look like that old of a guy. He looks like he's in great shape. He's still throwing everything as hard as he ever was. That he's walking just fine.
He looks great.
He doesn't have to hold onto a rope to get in and out of the ring.
I was happy, to see him like when he did his little Impact stint last year. Yeah, even that match at the AEW pay-per-view against Moxley, like. It's cool to see him get that kind of respect, but man, it really did make me think like, they're not held to the same level like Chono and Muta and Hashimoto, and they were that next wave of guys, and they just got.
And a lot of that was by design on Inoki's behalf and Chono's behalf.
Yeah,
Chono refused to let go.
Yeah, he didn't want to let go, and then it's funny because you look at the guys that came after them. Tanahashi, Nakamura, Shibata. Those guys are highly revered,
and because they came in after that era, and like New Japan was down in that era.
Yeah, it was
so like good. That they came in an era where they were like, we're going to rescue this company as this young talent, and that's what happened. So they were a little like just a bit of a passed over generation, which is unfortunate.
I know, right? It makes me kind of bummed
because and the thing is like Keno wins this. Yes. I'm super happy he did. I love Keno.
Super happy.
There's no amount of money you could pay me to take a kick from Keno.
Absolutely not.
And like Kojima does the Kobashi corner chops, like he's still all that stuff. But the lariat Kojima when Keno's on the top rope and Kojima lariats him off the top rope, insane. The double knee finish is sick.
Yeah.
Keno should win. Keno is one of the futures of this company. He's the leader of Congo. He's got a great entrance jacket.
Great entrance theme.
Great entrance
Garlic
by
Boys.
the Garlic Boys. This was... I wish after watching this that they featured Kojima more, and I'm glad that he's in the N one.
Yeah.
Because I think he'll look good there. Because
I do too.
They have no interest in putting him in the G1.
Why? Well, his G1... Well, it was a couple years ago. He said, this is my last G1. I don't want to do it anymore.
Right. But...
And it was like the year later, Nagata said the same thing. He goes, I can't do this anymore.
It's pretty grueling.
That's a tough tournament.
But Chase Owens can do it. They can do it. But
come on.
It's true. But yeah, I agree with Keno. Let's leave the old fucks behind. Kojima included, but not included.
Yeah.
I don't want Fujita anywhere near anything.
Nope.
Get those guys all out of there.
It's time to move on. Let him go.
Move on, because Go's in his 40s and he's getting hurt. And Keno and Nakajima are in their really 30s. So, you still have a bunch of good years out of these guys.
Sure.
But they're not. It's not like you have rising star 20-year-olds.
No, really, the youngest rising star they have is Kiyomiya.
Right.
That's it.
But you think the prime, when you think of the prime of the pillars of Misawa and Kobashi, these dudes are fresh off excursion coming over. They're in their 20s, early 20s, maybe late 20s, and they're the biggest stars in the country.
They established we ain't fucking around.
Right. And then, they're wrestling in the 80s, they catch on in the 90s, and then they wrestle until the late 2000s to 20-teens.
Yeah.
So they're wrestling for another 20 years. Go doesn't have 20 years left in them.
No.
Keno and Nakajima could or couldn't, depending on how their careers go. That put them in their 50s.
Yeah.
So you're blowing an opportunity here. Kiyomiya being 25, that's the dude you can get another 20 years out of.
Absolutely, yeah.
But let's, Fujita ain't helping your fucking company at all.
Absolutely not.
Send me the $30,000, Noah. I just figured it out for you. Let's move in some young talent.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah.
But I thought those matches were fun.
I like this match a lot too. I thought this everything I watched was really good.
Yeah, it kind of made me happy that Noah put out some good shit.
Right.
So do you want to talk AEW first, or do you want to go into New Japan here?
Let's do AEW.
All right.
We'll end with New Japan, and I'll try to remember to mark the timestamp for everyone who doesn't want to hear us ramble about 3 nights of the G1.
I don't have much rambling.
Okay.
Rampage.
Yes, Rampage. Rampage.
I've written down here Black Beavers. I don't remember what. Oh,
because it's Beaver Boys versus Malachi Black.
That's House. Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
Match was fine.
Dude, I really like this match.
Yeah, match was fine.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
I really like this match.
I thought there was some timing issues.
I will come out and say I loved this match. Actually, I loved this match because it looks like they're trying to make the Beaver Boys and the Dark Order legit here. They're not a comedy act necessarily in this. They're funny, but they're not a straight up comedy act. They're not pushed over.
No,
they do. Everybody has some cool combinations. There was I thought for a second, the story with Raw Dog and Brody, where Raw Dog's trying to knock him over and it doesn't work, and then he finally Germans him over.
That was cool.
I thought that was a really cool.
I do agree with that.
Because the fans do like the Dark Order,
sure, and
they're not booked very well. So I thought when I saw this happening, I'm like, oh, this is just for House of Black and Brody to squash them so Darby and Sting can come out or whatever.
Yeah.
But I thought they did some cool stuff. I thought the Beaver Boys looked strong. They had a couple of comebacks. And I think if you wanted to with this, I think you could work a storyline where they're still like, oh, we got a problem with you, because it's also just set up we're just gonna fight, whatever it is. It's no big deal. There's no stakes. But they lost, but they can come back, and if they at any point they could revisit this down the line, and the Beaver Boys were like, we almost had you. I suplexed you and this and that, and I'm not supposed to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Whatever. So they can revisit it a couple times if they wanted to, and the Beaver Boys can lose, and then finally sneak one out, and the crowd will go fucking crazy, and a good underdog sort of program. I like this mainly because I like Raw Dog and Brody going back and forth. But
yeah, that was a fun matchup.
But I like this match. I really did.
I loved the ending after the post match.
Yes.
Darby diving off the entrance. I didn't see that coming whatsoever. That was wild. Him and Brody brawling, and then the Malachi Sting kind of stare down, walk away, both walk back, stare at each other again. I was like, what do we play in the seeds?
Yeah, are we going to get Sting versus Malachi Black 1-on-1? That would be amazing.
Well, we'll talk more about our theory we were texting about last night. Next match for the ROH title. Mm-hmm. Jonathan Gresham.
This is where we get the Miro promo that he says, have you brought me to fight the House of Black or join the House of Black? That's important for later.
That is, you're right.
Yeah.
So Jonathan Gresham, Lee Moriarty for the ROH title.
Yeah.
On a Rampage. It's okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people were kind of jerking it over this match.
Okay.
I thought it was just okay.
Here's...
I thought Lee Moriarty looked really good.
I think I like Moriarty better.
Yeah.
I think Gresham, I know people are talking about the heel turn with Gresham and why and this and that, because his style works better on a heel.
Yeah.
And because, listen, I'm trying to body shame anybody. Gresham's in fantastic shape. But when he's in a full-sized wrestling ring, shot from above in an arena, he looks teeny tiny.
Yeah.
And that's a detriment. And I'm not saying, small guys shouldn't wrestle or any of that kind of stuff. But when he's in the ring and he's when he's on the indies wrestling guys, it's a little easier to hide. Nobody's sitting above. People are looking up at him when he's in a ring. Here he looks tiny. And he looks as small as Rey Mysterio would look.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work for the style and the poise that he tries to bring in. I'm not saying he should act small.
No, I think you're right,
but
though.
It affects the way a thing is shot. Maybe they should shoot him better. I don't know. But I thought Moriarty looked better. I do think Gresham's style works better on a heel because he's doing the shoot, stretch, annoyance kind of shit.
Yeah.
That doesn't work with a baby face. And it's just Gresham is all these things that he's super fucking talented. He could probably go with anybody. He's the Foundation with an octopus head. It's a bunch of ideas crammed together that don't necessarily have a flow or a reason.
Yeah.
So he's not my guy. I think he's a talented wrestler. I think he's in great shape. I think he's got bigger than
he's gotten in even better shape. Yeah.
But he's 5'6", and it's just shot in an arena from above. It hurts him.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I know I don't want to say he's a shrimp.
Right. I don't. It's
tough.
It's just what it is. It's tough.
It is what it is.
It's tough, and I know, and I guarantee you, he struggles with that too. We're not telling him anything he doesn't know.
Sure, of course.
I'm not trying to. I like a lot of the stuff that he does.
Yeah,
I liked this match. I didn't love this match. I like this match. I think Moriarty looked a little better.
Yeah, but
I've seen Gresham stuff that I really liked him in.
Yeah,
but I just. And there's other Daniel Bryan ain't a tall guy, but it's just something I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it hurts him, he probably knows that, and it probably bothers him, and that sucks.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting because after the match they set up for Death Before Dishonor,
right?
Him versus Claudio,
right? And this poses another issue because I'm sure it'll be a good match. They can probably wrestle the shit out of each other, right?
Absolutely.
But what's Claudio? 6'5", 6'6"?
He's a big motherfucker.
He's gonna be a foot or more taller than his opponent. We're not talking Hogan Undertaker here,
no.
Nose to chin. And listen, Claudio's winning that match. That's just what it is. But
you would think, right?
I would hope so. But it creates an issue, or could create an issue, of who you match him up against. Because if you do something that big of a size difference, fans can turn on it. And I was always a big proponent when Marco Stunt was in there and said, doesn't matter how small he is, he hits you in the face. Somebody punches you in the face, it's going to fucking hurt. I don't care how small you are. Yeah. He can still stretch you, but there's always that chance for the crowd to turn on the smaller guy and not believe it. And I don't think Gresham has the ability of a Ray, who was super, even tiny for cruiserweights, or a Spike Dudley to get the fans behind him. I just don't see it.
Yeah, because, those guys would occasionally just get the ever-living shit kicked out of them.
Right.
And Gresham...
Right, and that endears you to a crowd a little bit, and then you can get your comeback. I don't know. It's a conundrum in wrestling that I don't know. And listen, I'm not in the wrestling business, so I don't have to figure it out. But I don't know how you make it work.
Yeah. Next up, we have Statlander and Athena.
Yes.
Against the Renegade's daughters.
The Renegade sisters.
The Renegade's daughters.
The Renegade sisters.
Squash.
Athena out there throwing potatoes and backdrop drivers.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Whew.
I would have.
She looks like she's got something to fucking prove.
I would have workshopped those wings she was wearing on her way down to the ring.
Yeah,
a little weird, a little out of place.
Yeah.
Maybe if they worked a little better and didn't grind.
Well, what does she call herself?
The Fallen Goddess.
All right, the wings.
No, I understand why.
Yeah.
It's just they didn't work like they were supposed to, and they just looked a little cosplay silly.
She calls herself too, the American Joshi or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Okay. Well, that's good for her.
She was wrestling.
She was right. She was throwing potatoes and backdrop drivers.
Yeah.
So that's just what it is.
Yeah, squash, and then
squish squash.
Afterwards, Jade and Kiera Hogan run out to help. I always forget the stand-in baddie right now.
Leela Gray.
Sure. And they just kicked the shit out of them.
Yes.
Jade and Hogan kicked the shit out of them. And I go, okay.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Jade in her pants.
Brother.
Yeah, she deleted her Twitter because people were mean to her. I don't get it.
Oh, she don't delete that Instagram.
I do. Truth. I do want to say something about the Jade thing they're talking about on this show, about how she beats Goldberg's streak. Listen, we just talked about at the beginning of the show about Goldberg. She didn't beat shit. Days don't count over matches.
Listen, like, were Goldberg's matches like 1 week he'd be like 130-0, the next week he'd be randomly 143-0?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
But like,
because they counted bar fights.
Yeah.
But right.
Squash and J-Brones in the power play.
Right, exactly. That's what it is. That's fine. Yeah. I'm not here to argue that. I'm just saying that days are not the same as matches. And while I appreciate and understand you're going to hype somebody up and that it has been long, she also hasn't had a singles match in like 2 months.
Yeah, let's pump the brakes there, brother.
Let's listen. But, other side, since she surpassed Bill Goldberg's streak, does that make Goldberg unhot Jade Cargill as opposed to Jade Cargill being hot Goldberg?
Life's questions, my
Life's
friend.
questions.
So after that happens, they go to the backstage. They're talking to Lee Moriarty with Matt Sydal. And Stokely Hathaway comes walking in.
Stokely all over AEW.
Yeah.
They are like, we have a talent here that can create shit out of thin air for us. We're going to make him do it.
And he's like, hey, Lee, what the fuck you doing with this guy, pretty much.
Right.
And Moriarty doesn't really shake him off, so I wonder if anything's going to happen there.
Yeah, but we get Moriarty versus Dante for next week.
Oh, for tomorrow night's Rampage, right?
Yeah, they said next week on Rampage.
Okay,
yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, that match is going to be awesome.
It's really good.
It'll be really good. Moriarty's one of those guys that, like, couple years, he's gonna grind it out a little bit, and then they're gonna give him a run, and he's gonna be real good. And same thing with Dante. He got bad luck.
Yeah, for no fault of his own.
Right,
either.
No fault of his own.
Here you have the Gun Club Acclaimed showdown.
Mm-hmm.
I like. First thing I noticed when the Acclaimed finally came out, they came out of the good guy tunnel.
They did.
I said, "There it is."
Yep.
And it didn't even wrap. They're ready to just fucking fight.
Yeah.
Of course, Billy Gunn be like, "Let's calm down here.
Yeah.
I know what's gonna solve this. Scissor me, daddy ass," and he eats a fucking foot to the face from Bowens. So happy that Bowens is back.
Yes.
Acclaim gets the beat down.
At one point in this match, Billy Gunn says that daddy ass has to drop the hammer.
Yes.
And by the hammer is his penis.
Oh my God.
And also, that's a reference. If Cannon will get it, I'm pretty sure. Also, there's a part at the end where the Acclaim are talking and they're like saying something, and it was the perfect setup for, if you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you, and then say ass boys.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it. They didn't do it.
That's all right.
It's fine. This was cool. The Acclaimed are like super over, and you could see it on their faces, which is really funny. Yeah. Like Max especially was cheesing the whole time. Like
he's happy because like the crowd goes nuts for them. Yeah. And he just gets to egg them on now.
Yeah, he gets to play babyface.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna be great.
Good for those guys.
Yeah. Is this where they established they're doing the rap battle, or is that on?
No, that's
Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Okay, we'll talk about it in a second.
So then you have the main event.
I don't have any notes on it. You let your opinion know to me early on this. So when it came on, I was like, I don't really have to pay attention to this.
All right.
And I didn't.
Good. That's good. I get to hear your insight then.
No, I didn't pay attention.
Good. Great. It sucked. Okay. It was actively fucking bad.
Yeah.
One of the worst main events I think I've seen.
Okay.
I mean that. Lucha Brothers Private Party, it fucking sucked.
When I looked up from my phone, it didn't seem that bad, but I just assumed I hadn't watched it close
enough. Nope, it was real bad.
Yeah.
Botching everywhere, timing way the fuck off.
Right.
It was a mess. Okay. Real bad.
Cool.
Don't know why we're putting Private Party in main events.
I don't know.
But, not good.
Yeah.
Stunk out loud, actually.
It's interesting that they'll do something like this as a main event on Rampage when they have so many other talents involved in other things that aren't on TV all the time, necessarily. Like, they could have filled this with some storyline somewhere.
What the storyline was is that Andrade said, Private Party, you're still under contract to me. Now you're going to have to go out and face the Lucha Brothers because they're doing the thing with them and Roosh.
Right, because the mask. He took the mask, and now they have both masks. And blah, 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 blah.
And could we please, for the love of God, stop getting fucking Abrahantes involved in matches?
Please.
He doesn't terrify anyone.
He sucks.
Yeah.
That dude stinks.
So we'll move on to Dynamite.
Abrahantes.
Dynamite. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Brody King.
Darby Allin.
What a fucking murder.
Yeah, that's my exact note is a murder. That's all this was.
You can tell these two are very good friends.
Yeah. Because you don't let your enemies do that to you.
Darby just got ragdolled. This, I feel, was maybe the second or third time since he's been there, they've really let Brody stand out.
Yeah.
Got a nice reaction when he came out. When he was doing his barking thing before he does the flip into the corner, crowd was doing it with them. I was like, all right, good. They're getting into it now with Brody.
Yeah, for sure.
This Darby, was fucking crazy.
Well, Darby's the only guy in the company, maybe all of wrestling, that can come out and take beating after beating and not lose anything with the crowd.
Dude,
that's all he does. He just takes beatings, and he looks good. He gets his shit in.
He's bulletproof.
But he is absolutely bulletproof.
It's crazy.
He just gets his ass kicked, and people love him more for it.
You know what? Because it's not like he got his ass kicked the entire match. Right. He would just do these little spurts of offense. That was all you needed.
Yep.
I love the story though. It's just Brody is like, I'm bigger than you, and I'm going to beat the shit out of you. Right. When he hits that Gonzo bomb on him, oh my god.
Yeah, gross.
After the match, he puts in that chokehold.
Yeah.
Draws Sting out. Let's go out. Malachi Black shows up.
Yep.
Sting ends up getting the fucking mist from Malachi when Brody put Sting in a chokehold. That was fucking
Brody
wild.
Took a lot of that mist.
I know. He should have sold it.
Yeah.
That was wild. And then Miro comes out.
Yes.
And he just stands on the stage wearing the sunglasses where one shade's a little bit darker.
Yep.
And we just go to commercial.
Is he meant to join or fight him? We don't know.
No.
I think he doesn't do either, and we get the retiring Great Muta in there to team up with his old rival and pal Stingerino.
I said to you last night,
it's 3 men in face paint.
Yeah. I want House of Black All Out. I want House of Black versus Sting, Darby, and Great Muta.
And listen, on the Noah commentary, they said that most likely the last Keiji Muto match is going to be Muta.
Yeah.
So, bring him over here for one. He doesn't have to do much.
No, he doesn't have to do much.
Sting, have Darby. All you need is them to stand in the ring, and you have Sting on one side, Muta on the other, and Darby's face is split down the middle, one half Sting paint, one half Great Muta paint.
Give me that 3-pack.
Right.
Holy fuck!
That's what it needs to be. Right, and then you sign the Great Muta to an action figure deal in the United States through Jazzwares.
God damn it, please!
Maybe they won't fuck his face up.
But I loved it.
Miro's a good addition to this. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he'll be goofy enough to put on face paint or anything. He's not going to join the House of Black. He might join and then do a little double cross later on down the line or something.
Yeah.
But Miro's a baby face that they really like. So.
Absolutely.
And then you want him on TV. You're paying him a lot of money.
Absolutely.
You want him on TV. So put him here. Him Brody. He becomes the heavy to fight Brody.
That'll be a hot fight.
You have Buddy Murphy, who's hurt. You haven't seen him in a while. I think he's hurt, right?
I don't know where he's at.
But you get Buddy Murphy and Darby squaring off. You get Sting and Malachi, and then you get Miro and Brody in meat-on-meat action.
And then, let's go out and Great Muta just miss everyone.
Right,
and that's
happy. And that's the other thing. When I was saying this to you, that's all I need. Actually, if Muta doesn't want to wrestle, bring him in and just have him do the mist at the end.
Dude, what if Sting missed somebody?
That'd be crazy. And then on commentary, they're JR be like, "He learned that from his friend, the Great Muta."
you
Great Muta.
You'd lose your mind.
Yeah, he learned that from the Great Muta.
So the next match,
JR has to run down mist code on AEW.
Works for me.
It's like green mist green mist burns you.
The black mist paralyzed.
Right. Red mist blinds you. Black mist paralyzes you. Sassafras.
I'd be in my glory.
The cowboy taught me about the mist back in Alabama.
So the next match, Blackpool Combat Club, Moxley and Wheeler Yuta against the best friends of Trent Beretta and Chucky T.
Glad to see the real best friends back.
Yeah, happy about that. Happy to see OC on commentary.
Right.
Loving him with Regal.
Him and Regal back and forth, absolutely.
William Regal, my favorite line my second favorite line on commentary of the night, when he said, "Mr. Maniac, Mr. Man in the Mask, you're looking munchy tonight."
So weird.
I love him so much. Yes. I thought the story in this was fucking awesome.
This was legit a great match.
I do too. I really do. I love Yuta kind of being like, Trent, fuck you. You never liked me.
Yep.
Chuck, you trained me. I respect you, but don't get in my fucking way.
Right. And Chuck tries to stand up for him at some point, and Yuta paced him, and Chuck's like, it's over then, all right.
Yeah. And then when Moxley got that fucking hot tag, he kills Trent with a fucking lariat. I mean, took his head off. Yeah. He looked like Big Brother was pissed off.
And then Mox takes a fucking awful waffle in the corner from Chuck E. T.
Dude.
I thought, and then I would have ended it, because again, AEW, whether they need to or not, again, I'm not in the wrestling business, but like, they don't have a lot of upset victories anywhere, right? And I don't know where this is going. Probably nowhere. This is just like a little holdover. Like, these guys are going to have a good match. Put them on TV. But when the best friends both hit those pile drivers, I was like, that's it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, best friends win. And then you have, whatever sort of, whatever you want to spin out of it, if anything. I understand you don't do that, why you don't, but whatever. I thought this match was awesome. And
I did too.
Chuck E. T is a very good wrestler, and a lot of people either forgot that or don't know that.
Yeah, I love that he wins with Yuta wins with the seatbelt lock, and OC immediately Chuck taught him that.
Right, exactly.
So now he's mad.
Yep.
But I get why you don't want to have Yuta lose.
Right, I get it.
Because you have him and Garcia Saturday, so you can't have that.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Right.
But I thought this match was awesome.
I thought it was really great tag team
real
wrestling,
cool
for sure.
pairing, and man, when Moxley got that hot tag, it was just like, he wants to hurt somebody.
Yep.
The next thing I have here is Chompy.
Chompy?
Yeah, the Shark Mask got Chompy on commentary.
I don't know
you didn't see it?
No.
Yeah, it was somebody dressed up in a shark costume.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. And Taz's like, oh, Chompy, what's up, bro?
That's weird.
Yeah, it was very odd.
All right.
Next I have is the Swerve in Our Glory celebration.
Yeah. Where Smart Mark does his best Rocky 5.
You dare
touch me and I'll sue. Sue me for what?
So do you know any songs by Kevin Gates?
Who?
Kevin Gates.
Is that the dude that punched somebody?
Yeah, he's the one who punched Tony Nese.
Yeah, I knew it was Jermaine Dupri later on.
Okay.
I was like, is that Jermaine Dupri? Yeah, I don't know who that guy is.
Well, his one song is I'm Just Thinking With My Dick.
Okay. I like it.
That shit dumb.
All right.
Yeah. That's all you need to know.
All right. I like songs about dicks. I love Evil Dick by Body Count.
That's
classic.
The ultimate song
all-time classic.
So yeah, good to see them just kind of get their little.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just whatever, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Swerve's face when Nese took the the icing off the cake. He's like, "Motherfucker, you took the icing? That's it." That was fun. But Marky getting hit with a cake, that was great.
Yeah. Right.
How do you feel about John Silver's new favorite wrestler?
Who's his new favorite wrestler?
Well, I'm the Meat Man. Oh. And you're the Butcher.
Oh, right. Yes.
So my new favorite wrestler, the Butcher.
I like that. I like that sort of. They're just like building this thing to happen backstage just to use it whenever they want to. Like, I like that kind of stuff. Big Butch looking like the Funker a little bit.
Dude. He looks like an all man.
Yeah.
He looks great.
Yeah, I thought this was funny. I like Beaver Boys being featured a little bit again.
I did like when Alex Reynolds went to open up the shirt for Blade. He goes, it's just another Butch shirt.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, are they going to turn Butch?
Yeah.
Is Butch going on a singles run? Oh. Then Hangman Page runs them off. So, they
got nothing to do with Page. They got to figure something out.
Yeah, he could take a break for a while, I guess. Next up, you have the Varsity Blondes.
Yeah.
Against Luchasaurus and Christian.
Yep.
Cool. Varsity Blondes get fucking squashed.
Uh-huh.
Christian, being the goddamn bastard that he is, just doesn't do a thing.
Mm-mm.
Tags in, gets the pin, hits the flex. That was cool.
I like that Christian got on Luchasaurus' shoulders.
Yeah, that was really funny.
But I got already. Like and I know people are saying that maybe it's not. Maybe they're just teasing the Luchasaurus thing. But Luchasaurus as Christian's heavy is workable and interesting. Luchasaurus seeing Jungle Boy again for the first time after 3 weeks and just going, okay, is lame because the Jungle Boy is a babyface fighting from underneath and having to fight his friend, the dinosaur who's been corrupted, is a way more interesting, goofy storyline for a dinosaur man who can't really wrestle than just him being back with Jungle Boy and Christian's by himself.
I think the booking's getting a little too cute.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yes.
Because like you said, a lot of people instantly were going, oh, well, did Luchasaurus actually side with them, or it was just like, go ahead?
Right? Yeah, go ahead. He's gonna beat your ass.
Yeah,
it was weird.
Who knows?
It was weird, but like you had an opportunity to make Luchasaurus interesting, and all you motherfuckers that tweeted at me chills. You're all off the Christmas lists. You can all straight go fuck yourselves. I will quit this show if it happens again. I swear to God, if that ever happens again, then we will not record another episode of this goddamn podcast.
I didn't say a word, man.
Didn't say a word. I'm not yelling at you.
I said nothing. I wanted to, but I didn't say a word.
I swear to God, if it happens again, it's over. This isn't a bit. I'm not Adam. It's over. But yeah, you had a chance to make a dude interesting by keeping him a heel for a little bit and turn him at a pay-per-view or something, or figure it out.
Yeah.
Do it mid-match, or something. And you're seemingly choosing not to do that. And again, maybe I'm jumping the gun. I hope I am. I don't think I am.
I just want to see more of Christian being a dick.
Right. Maybe they have a new heater for Christian. I would assume they'd have to. But, heels are supposed to have the advantage until the very end. That's how this shit's supposed to work.
Yeah, you would think, right?
Heels are supposed to have the advantage until a padlock doesn't work on a door. It was just weird. Well, whatever.
Yeah, same. Next is Ricky Starks beating up this fucking Joe Bear.
They signed this guy.
Did he get the All Elite graphic?
I saw online that he was signed.
I hope not.
That they signed this Cole Carter guy.
So he was a dude that was with, I guess, Tony Pepperoni.
Yeah, and he slept with the fishes and they put him on Shark Week. That's petty. That's Tony Khan being petty hilarious.
That's a petty booking.
That's hilarious petty, though.
Ricky Starks just squash or something.
Right. Weird, though. I whatever.
What'd you think of Will Hobbs Martin shorts?
How y'all feeling?
Yeah, maybe I was pumped when I saw it.
Yeah.
And then Ricky's like, all right, that was fine, but, I'm ready for more. Out comes Danhausen.
Right.
He wants that. He calls him Richard.
Yes.
Wants a match. Stark says, no.
Yeah, and then does a great Danhausen
Dude,
impression.
that was so good.
Yeah.
Him and Danhausen next week on Rampage. Fight for the Fallen or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
For the FTW title.
So this is leading to Hook.
Well, yeah.
This is Team Taz isn't really a thing. Taz is on commentary. He doesn't really do promos with them anymore and stuff. He's become much more involved in the regular show, as he fucking should be.
Goddamn right.
And so I think this is, this will position Starks and Hobbs heel, because Starks is always going to walk that line because he's so goddamn good.
Dude,
so this will push him back.
He's
because
a fucking star.
I would imagine they take advantage of Danhausen one way or another. And his buddy Hookhausen comes out to save him, and then they're going to put the FTR title on Hook.
Yeah, he's
where it belongs.
Ricky Starks is a star.
Yes,
it's just he is. I don't know.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree.
It's the way I feel about it.
He's such a star and so charismatic that keeping him heel, eventually the fans aren't going to let it happen anymore.
Yeah,
so you got to try and get what you can out of it now.
I know he's hit that acclaim territory where fans aren't going to boo him.
Right.
I thought. After this, the FTR promo was awesome.
Fight like an 8-year-old.
Yeah, fight like an 8-year-old girl. That was real cool.
Yeah.
I saw they put out a shirt today with that, and there's all proceeds going to whatever.
That's awesome.
Real great promo.
Yeah, great promo, great story.
Them and the Briscoes for this Saturday.
Briscoes officially signed exclusive to Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Where they belong.
Where they fucking belong.
So
nice that they got their little, out of Ring of Honor a bit.
Right.
Worked Impact, worked some indies, but this is their home, dude.
Right. Listen, if they can make a steadier paycheck working Ring of Honor than they ever had again, say what you want about them. Ian Riccaboni, a lot of people have come out and stepped up and said, listen, they've apologized, they're repenting, they're trying.
Yeah.
When they weren't signed because Warner Media was a little iffy, they came out and they were like, we're trying, we're sorry, we're, whatever. Believe, you're allowed to believe, you're allowed not to believe.
Sure, absolutely.
Everybody can handle that whatever way they want to handle it.
Yep.
If they can make a living in Ring of Honor, doing what they do, they've been great in ring for a really long time. They're convincing, they're good promos, they're going to have a fucking killer match against FTR, and they are and have been the cornerstone of Ring of Honor for 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait for Saturday. I think that match is going to be bonkers.
Yes.
Next you have the women's tag.
You do.
Which was supposed to be Willow, Athena, and Stat.
Yes.
Against Jade and the two baddies.
Layla Gray and Kira Hogan.
Yeah, the one Baddie wasn't there.
Where the Gray is not medically cleared.
Who knows what that's about?
Yeah.
And they do the whole thing with Statlander before they go, yeah, we kind of have to reestablish what we're doing. Stat, don't you think you'd look good with the AEW women's title?
Mm-hmm.
This is weird, I guess. They just don't know what the fuck to do, man.
They don't. The booking of this division is bad. Stat's good. It was weird that Athena and Stat were both friends going after Jade together, because then what happens when they get an opportunity, the title, you can turn one of them.
Yeah.
Whatever. The thing I like about this is when Stoke was like, well, I worked it out where I get to pick the two wrestlers, so he picks Willow and Athena. Which is awesome for sure. in and out of the ring stuff. In ring, because somebody's got to take that loss.
Of course.
Right. But also in ring, Willow gets to do some stuff on a main TV. She's on Rampage. This is on Dynamite. This is pretty big.
Yeah.
And it's nice that they didn't, just boot her to the side and say, well, you're out now. You're not actually signed here, whatever.
Yeah.
And again, I know you're using her to take the fall, which was what was going to happen in the sixth person tag anyway. But I like seeing Willow here. Willow needs that All Elite graphic.
How about that fucking double blockbuster off the apron?
Right.
That was awesome. I love when Willow's on my television.
And Willow's on Ring of Honor on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I guess Allison Kay.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Good. Should be a good match, good showcase. And I think Willow needs a fucking contract one way or the other from Tony Khan.
I think it's going to be sooner rather than later.
I think
that's
so
for
too.
sure.
I think so too.
There was that Thunder.
The match was okay.
There was that Thunder Rosa promo with Tony Storm. I didn't really pay attention.
The one I sent you?
No, brother. No, the one that was on television.
Yeah.
I didn't really pay attention.
If you want the real Thunder Rosa promo, hit me up. I'll send it to you,
brother. I didn't really pay attention to what was said because I'm so disgusted after sandbag shit last week.
I'm not interested. I'm not interested.
So I guess Thunder Rosa versus Yamashita for Rampage or for Dynamite next week.
That's cool. Run it back.
Yeah,
should be a good match.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I imagine Yamashita will get the win due to interference or something.
No, it's for the title.
Oh, is it for the title?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Because she beat. So do you think they're going to put the strap on Yamashita?
No, I think that there's going to be, I think there's going to be. I think Britt and Jamie Hayter are going to interfere, and the match is going to get thrown.
Okay, all right. I was going to say, whoa,
and they might jump. Like if they jump Yamashita, then Yamashita has the win over Thunder Rosa.
Yeah.
Do it that way.
Yeah.
But I don't think this is going to be a clean finish because they're going to do Britt Thunder Rosa.
Yeah,
again.
and they still don't know what the fuck they're doing.
They don't. They're going to put that belt back on Britt because they're panicking.
Main event time.
Main event.
Barbed wire everywhere.
They threw this with 15 minutes left, and then it didn't start until like 10 minutes left.
Yeah, I mean, the match like this, you don't need much time. It's a fight. That's all it is. Jericho Appreciation Society in the Shark Cage.
Mm-hmm.
Missing Sammy Guevara.
Mm-hmm.
Missing Ty Conti.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay.
Right, we're just supposed to ignore that.
Yeah, like, I know what's happening here.
Yeah.
Ruby with the fucking kill switch,
yeah.
All right.
Right.
Eddie comes out, just starts beating the fuck out of Jericho.
Mm-hmm. Even Michelle saw Jericho Blade on camera.
As you
she was sitting up watching it with me.
Yeah.
And she was like, what's he doing? And I'm like, don't look.
Yeah, you texted me, and then I saw, of course, Joe say, get that camera out of there.
Get that camera out of there. Yeah.
I mean, match was fine.
I liked it. Listen, I have a soft spot in my bitter old heart for barbed wire, for just barbed wire matches.
Me too. I mean, of course, everybody, we go back
matches.
to Born to be Wired.
Right. I love barbed wire matches.
Sure.
I love the 95 Idleaway Death Match is one of the first deathmatch tournaments and things. It's the first deathmatch thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Terry Funk Born to be Wired, like all that Terry Funk Sabu. I love just straight barbed wire matches.
They're great.
I think they're super entertaining still.
Yeah.
I'm not
ultra violent.
Right. I'm not the biggest like modern deathmatch ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
I like some of it, but like I'm not skewers and stabbings and all. I'm not into that. I'm not into like let's see how much you can make someone bleed.
Yeah.
But a barbed wire match still has a lot. I used to watch Funk and Pogo.
Sure.
Like I still really like that kind of stuff. So I was very excited for this match. It was fine. I liked a lot of it. Jericho can go pound sand, man.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Anna Jay running out when Tay Conti ran out, and the turn, I get it.
Yeah.
I don't like it,
right?
But I get it. But like Jericho Appreciation Society just getting to run out of the cage,
right?
I understood that. I liked,
the lock didn't work.
Oh God,
nobody could work the key.
I know somebody's like, oh boy, Daddy Magic can't get his fat head through those bars. Nothing against him. We just got a big fucking from one man with a big head to another. You got a big head, brother.
Exactly. That's what it is.
I liked,
can't buy a fitted hat. That's how big his head is.
Yeah. I liked Blackpool Combat Club running out, and Ortiz to help Kingston.
Sure.
All that. I'm fine. I'm fine with.
It's overbooked nonsense that wasn't needed, but it's fine.
So I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
That's where the fucking lines. That's where the line's drawn.
Because I like that they were all like, "Fuck this, we're not going to wait. We have to get out. We're going to squeeze through the bars."
Get that?
Great, fine. The lowering it, whatever, fine. I like that they're out there and Eddie gets to fight him off a little bit. Blackpool Combat and Ortiz come down,
fine,
and they're no longer a factor in the match.
That's it.
They clear it out. I'm like, cool,
done.
You did it. We're done here.
Yeah.
Anna Jay's a bad guy now, no longer in Dark Order, seemingly now in Jericho Appreciation Society, right? Eddie's not completely affected by this. He's been dominating Jericho most of the fucking Painmaker bullshit most of this match.
The Japanese Terrifier.
Yeah, right.
Ugh.
And then
sliced up Yambag City right there.
Right, sliced up Yambag City.
Thick cutter, thin cut. God bless you, Taz. I love you. But again, fine with all of that. Mm-hmm. When Sammy runs out, shit fell apart.
Yep,
it just fell apart. Timing was off.
Mm-hmm.
Kingston not winning, makes
Jericho
fucking
was supposed
sense
to be there, and Kingston was supposed to backfist him, or he was supposed to duck and hit Sammy, and they moved.
I don't know.
And Kingston whiffs. And listen, I will happily be called a cynic and whatever for this, but Jericho has a habit of messing up ending spots against other people.
I'm not going to say he's doing it on purpose. I know you texted me last night and said it's on purpose.
I will.
No, because
I know that's me being a cynic.
Yeah.
I understand that and I can rationalize that. But once, okay, multiple times, I'm like, why does this keep happening?
Yeah.
And also, but it also piles onto this because this is Jericho throwing his weight around backstage. Right? Do you think this is Tony Khan extending a program that doesn't need to be extended? Or is this Jericho saying, I need my win?
I don't know. Honestly, Jericho. I don't know.
Right.
I really don't know.
Right.
Because, that's how I originally felt last night, but then a lot of people they pointed out, they're Jericho put him over clean as a whistle in that first match on pay-per-view.
Sure.
He put him over clean.
Right. The blow-off is what matters.
And I agree, but the problem is, when's the blow-off?
Right, when is it?
Because Anarchy in the arena, Jericho's team won.
Right.
And Blood and Guts, Eddie's team.
And they had an easy out to move everybody to different spots after that.
Yeah,
and
now we're doing this, and Jericho wins.
Right.
But Eddie, they tried to put over Eddie, throwing him into the barbed wire at the end. He may have lost, but he still accomplished what he wanted.
Him out afterwards when the camera stopped.
It
doesn't matter. It's
just
bullshit.
You don't see it on TV, so it doesn't fucking matter.
It makes Eddie look like he can't win the big match, which has been the problem from the beginning.
And that's what sucks. I fucking hated that.
Listen, fans are still going to love Eddie,
of course.
But
he's over insanely huge,
right? But this does a disservice to Eddie more than it does anything else.
Yeah.
Jericho's not in a better space after this.
Nope.
Jericho beating Kingston again with help from all of his goons and Sammy, the uber demoted Sammy Guevara, who doesn't even have matches anymore. He's just coming out to interfere in Jericho stuff. That doesn't elevate Jericho. All it does is knock Eddie down a couple pegs, and that sucks.
Yeah,
that's bad booking. You overbooked the shit out of this, and you have a guy like Eddie who just got a new contract, is doing okay. They clearly have long-term plans for him, but if this is Jericho throwing his weight around backstage, or they want to extend this another month or two until stuff opens up for Eddie, I don't know.
I don't know
but
what the fuck more you could do.
Overbooked nonsense.
I just don't know what more you could do.
And you are now fighting an uphill battle if this is meant to keep going, you're fighting an uphill battle to make it work.
Because this has been going a long time now.
It has been.
And the problem is...
And where does Eddie go? And if Eddie walks to another feud, all they have to say is, why are you here? You didn't win.
Yeah.
Name a big match you won, dude.
Yeah, it sucks. I know, and again, it's no disparagement to Eddie.
No.
I just don't know what they're doing.
Right. And Eddie can't be backstage and veto Jericho ideas if that's what it is.
Yeah, if that's... Oh, man, if that's what it is, I don't know. Because it's you look at it, Jericho put him over clean as a fucking sheet the first match.
Absolutely.
No denying that.
Yeah.
But then you have your big gimmick match with Anarchy in the Arena. Mm-hmm. Big gimmick match with Blood and Guts. Yeah. Big gimmick match with Barbed Wire.
Right.
What's left?
Right. What's left?
Really, what's left? Like, there's nothing left.
Like, there's nothing.
Yeah, like, how do you just go back to a singles match?
So the only thing you can do is say,
"What do you do? I quit match?"
Wait, well,
like because I don't know.
Well, okay. So this is interesting. So because they do have, Eddie had Jericho in a submission hold on top of the cage, and he didn't get to tap him out for the win. He has him wrapped in barbed wire, giving him the stretch plum. And he gets interfered by Sammy. Jericho doesn't tap.
Because of the first match, that's what Jericho tapped to.
Jericho says this is your kind of match. Jericho beats him in Eddie's kind of match, right? Jericho also says, and this just popped in my head now because what I said to you was empty arena match. And you rightfully and hilariously said, we just got done with 2 years of those, which is true. So, he says you're such a... And Eddie has the Terry Funk rap for a barbed wire,
God
all that.
Right
and Jericho cut that
Eddie's
promo.
A goddamn professional.
You're a Terry Funk wannabe, this and that and the other thing, right? So, just popped in my head now, Eddie comes back and says, all right, fine. You beat me in my kind of match. You're a wrestler. You're a pro, you're a sports entertainer, whatever. Let's do me and you in an I Quit match, which is a Terry Funk match against Ric Flair. Yeah. And keep that going. Maybe you do that, but that's the way you can do it is, and I don't think this is good, but you can say, you beat me at my kind of match, I'm going to beat you at your kind of match. You're the submission guy, you're the, the lion tamer, all that kind of shit. Let's do an I Quit match. And then Eddie can finally get him to tap because he's had Jericho where Jericho should have tapped twice now.
But to verbally make him say I quit. That would be
you have to make him say I quit proper. Yeah. And you have to, no shark cages, no dumb gimmicks, banned from ringside.
Everyone.
Everybody. Yeah. Banned.
Yeah.
And why I said empty arena is because that's how you do it. No fucking buddy.
Sure.
The other thing you do is do it on the back of a moving 18-wheeler.
Well, I wouldn't be opposed.
But
I mean, I guess the only way to raise the stakes is to be like, maybe Eddie goes, listen, if I quit, I'm done.
Right.
Like, I'll leave.
Right.
That's all that really seems that's left.
We are saying it's going on a long time, and it did go on a long time. But again, just since Eddie Kingston's just Yonkers Terry Funk, Terry Funk chased Ric Flair for all of 1989.
He did, but the difference was how many times did they actually wrestle?
Right.
How many matches?
Right. I agree.
Like, I know somebody said the same thing about the length with Punk MJF.
Mm-hmm.
How many times did they wrestle?
Right. Exactly.
Twice.
Right.
Over how long?
Right. The only thing you can salvage out of this is that the last 2 matches, Eddie has had Jericho where he should have tapped and didn't get that chance.
Yeah.
So Jericho in a microphone saying "I quit" is a final and that's better than a pin.
Yeah,
I quit.
Make him say I quit.
Right. Make him say Mattel like in Bloodsport.
Yes. Send Jericho off to the pasture,
right. That's the only thing that's a bigger babyface win.
Yeah.
Other than a clean, no interference pin, is an actual clear "I quit" into a microphone.
Yep.
So maybe they do that.
God, I hope so.
Or maybe Jericho puts a cigarette out in Eddie Kingston's eye, and
all I know is I need Eddie Kingston cutting a promo in a shower with motor oil.
That's right.
That's what's next.
Still my favorite Terry Funk promo of all time.
So, all right, we'll move on.
Yeah.
We're done with AEW.
We are. It was another good Dynamite.
I was, man. I thought Dynamite was real fun. The ending, though, just...
Yeah.
It fucking sucks, but it fell flat.
Everybody
wants Eddie so fucking
Everybody
bad.
wants Eddie so bad.
End this.
Right. They announced their return to Philly.
Yes, they did.
Tickets go on sale in a week.
Yes, they do.
So we'll be there again. We're going to do that.
Yes, we fucking will.
But is that the Licorice Center again? Did they say?
You texted me. I had no idea.
I didn't look. I'm wondering if it's at the Licorice Center. I would imagine so.
Hey,
I don't think they've outgrown the Licorice Center yet.
Are we going to go to that cookie place again?
Dude, we are. And also, they've launched nationally. They're putting ice cream and cookies in stores. Michelle showed me the other day. Yeah, insomnia cookie all day.
God damn.
All fucking day.
Dude, you and I were like blown.
Dude, oh my God.
Remember we almost went afterwards to another one?
Yeah. I could have been convinced to skip the whole wrestling show.
I would have just sat there eating
just at the bar eating ice cream.
I would have been
for
fine
3 hours.
Totally fine.
How was the show? Great.
Yeah, great. Had ice cream. Right. Ice cream and cookies.
Cookies were fantastic.
All right. So let's get into what we're watching the entire tournament here.
Yes.
New Japan Pro Wrestling G1 Climax 32.
32.
So we're only going to cover the tournament matches.
Yes, I saw like Kincannon watching the tag stuff. I'm sure they're great.
Wild man,
a better man than I.
I'm going to say this right now. I was so fucking happy this week.
Yeah.
Talking to him and Tim and Howard the Dave about this. I'm like, this is what I want in my life.
Yeah. We did that.
It makes me so fucking happy, dude. It really does.
Me too.
Oh man, just going back and forth all week. It just I think that's maybe why I'm in such a good mood, because I'm like, fuck yeah, talking cool wrestling with friends. This rules.
Right.
So all right. Again, I'm not watching every tournament match.
Nope.
I certainly am not.
Listen,
we'll find about that about night 3.
I've very clearly established that there is no Yujiro in 2022, and I'm sticking by that. There might also not be any Yoshihashi left in the rest of 2022.
What about Chase Owens?
And there probably won't be any Chase Owens. Unless somebody tells me he just gets outright fucking squashed by somebody, I'm probably not watching Chase Owens.
Is your mantra for the rest of 2022, Yujiro gotta go?
Yes.
All right, cool. Yes. I like it. So we're kicking night 1 off. With
Taga not going to work here anymore. Yujiro not going to work here anymore.
With Aaron Henare versus Tanahashi.
Yes.
So
night 1. So they did this. They did the first 2 nights for free.
Yes.
And it's a fucking brilliant idea.
Super smart.
These are stacked motherfucking cards. Like if you got these for free and you were like, I want to see at least one of these guys from now on. Like you're insane.
I agree.
This was a smart fucking business deal here.
Super smart. I love this, and I said this to you Saturday when we hung out. I already watched these matches.
Yes.
I love the little stories that they're trying to build up for each guy. Aaron Henare, the guy's been overlooked for like 6 years or so.
Right.
Felt he was held down, joined United Empire. Tanahashi, 21st G1, 21st in a row.
Tying Tenzan.
Yes.
For 21.
Most G1s.
Yes.
End of the road. Is it's getting a little closer.
Yeah. I think that maybe he'll end at 22. Get the record. Because,
Aaron Henare kind of bullied him this match.
He did?
I thought he kind of tossed him around and did kind of what he wanted.
It's interesting, too. They talk about this. They say Tana has gotten only 8 points the last 3 years in the G1. Yeah. And prior to that, every other one, he's gotten at least 10.
Well, he won it in 2018 against Ibushi.
Right. He hasn't been below 10 since 2011.
Yeah.
So he spent a good chunk being in the top tier of these things. He's been slipping a little bit.
As he should.
So this is, right.
So to see Aaron Henare beat him, night 1.
Right.
Kind of was shocked.
I think they said it's like the last decade or so, the people who have won their first match. If you lose your first match in the G1, it's bad. It's bad news statistically.
I was straight up shocked by this.
Right. So Henare takes this match over after he double knees on the high fly flow.
Yeah.
It was gross looking.
Yep.
And Henare, you're right, he's just a bully. Like, he's mad.
Yeah.
Tana is the representation of the old guard.
And he takes all of his frustration out on Tana.
Right. Especially sort of in this G1. I don't know if he's the oldest, but he's certainly that former generation
he's getting
of wrestlers.
Up there, yeah.
I don't know if he's the oldest in the tournament, but he's definitely the representation of the top of that former generation. And Henare gets to take that out a little bit, and that's nice. I don't think Hanare's not winning this fucking thing.
No,
but if you can up his stakes a little bit because he's a talented wrestler with a good look. This is interesting. Tana will be fine.
He will be.
He'll get his 8, if not more. Yeah. But it was
surprised by this.
And Henare looked good. It'll be interesting to see. If anything, this makes me want to watch more Henare matches to see how they book him.
Yeah, I agree.
Are they going to bring this through and make him strong, or is this his claim to fame here?
Yeah, hey, I beat Tanahashi. Right. That could be it.
Right, could be.
Next match. Will Ospreay, they were building up as, hey, he's done everything here. He's won the heavyweight title.
Yeah.
He's junior title, best of the Super Juniors.
Right.
New Japan Cup.
Yeah.
He's done it all except win a G1.
Right. Kenny Omega hates him. He's done it all.
Going up against El Phantasmo.
Yes.
El Phantasmo moving up from the juniors, officially in the heavyweights now.
Yep.
How's he going to handle it?
Right.
It's a whole different ballgame, which I thought they set the tone perfectly right in the beginning of the match when Ospreay kicked the shit out of him. And just to kind of establish that, all right, you ain't in there with the juniors now.
Right.
You're in there with the big boys.
Right.
I thought this match was fucking awesome.
That was a really cool match, for sure.
Phantasmo, man, I used to hate this guy.
Yeah.
I like him now.
I like him a lot.
I really do.
I like him more in this match.
Like,
I think Ospreay, and again, Ospreay, super talented.
Yeah.
Not my guy, but super talented, super athletic. I think ELP looked more impressive because this is sort of his first time in here. So let's see what you can do.
Yeah.
I think he did a lot. I think he looked really good.
And I like the story they told, like how Ospreay brought Phantasmo into New Japan to be a chaos, and Phantasmo turned on him.
Right.
So Ospreay extra hates him.
Mm-hmm.
At the end, man, I thought Phantasmo was going to pull it out. That falsy.
When he gets the falsy and he's arguing with the ref, whether it's 2 or 3, and he eats the hidden blade. And it wasn't hidden. He ate that in the front. He saw he saw that blade fucking coming.
He went flying.
Yeah, right. I was like, holy shit. But I like that, like, you know, because normally when you get a falsy and you look at the referee like, that was 3, and there was like 2, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you'll get a schoolboy or a quick little roll up for nothing. Yeah. But the fact that Ospreay just sees his opportunity and murders him was really cool.
Yeah.
This was a really good match.
I agree. Thought it was cool match
for sure.
Next match, Switchblade Jay White coming into the tournament, the hottest he's ever been in his career.
Yeah.
IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Going up against Sonata. Sonata's got a lot to prove again.
Yeah.
He finally won the U.S. title. Got hurt.
I will say, I'm going to say this, and there's one other guy that can hold this title, if you will. But Sonata, I think, is the most underrated guy on the New Japan's roster.
We've been saying that for a long time, man. Sonata Hive, stand up.
Right. And he's back to, he has the fucking blonde beard and the blonde hair, the way the Lord intended.
Yeah. What was it? 2020 when he was in the G1 final against Ibushi? Yeah. That match was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I thought this match was a ton of fun.
I love this match.
Good.
I think they can make something out of this.
I hope.
I think Sonata 3 times in this match, I thought Sonata had it.
When he was going with the cold skull?
Yeah. I was like, he has this fucking match. Like, he's going to beat
Jay
White.
When he lifted him up by the neck and started swinging him around,
Like, Sonata has this fucking match, man. Like, he's going to win this fucking thing, and that's crazy. Like, they're putting him over Jay White. He's going to get a title shot. Like, all that. I'm like, I'm going to freak the fuck out when Sonata wins this thing. Because I love Sonata, for real.
Sonata's great.
Underrated dude. Probably most underrated dude on this roster. Great stuff. Him and Jay White have really good chemistry.
I agree, they do.
And I'm sure I've seen them wrestle before. I don't recall anything that like stuck in my memory.
This is their most notable match.
But this was really fucking good. I love this match.
Yeah.
This could become a thing for sure. And you know, Sonata having a good of a match and coming as close to beating the champ as he did, means good things for him.
You know, I do hope they give him the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, obviously sucks when he got hurt when they finally gave him the U.S. title. I thought he was going to have a nice run with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. This match was fucking
big
awesome.
Sonata fan. Yeah.
And then the main event of night 1, Kazuchika Okada.
Yeah.
What more do you need to say?
Yeah, they broke the ring.
Going up against...
They really did.
I know, yeah.
The boards popped out.
Going up against fucking Jeff Cobb.
Poor Red Shoes had to tell him to take it outside for a bit while he tried to fucking Super Mario Brothers stomp on the ring to get the board back into place.
He's a goddamn pro.
Absolutely.
I will, of course, have to say, shout out to Howard the Dave.
Yeah.
That fall-away slam that Cobb hits on Okada was unreal.
Cobb is such an interesting talent, man, because... I still don't think, and I've said this before, I don't think he has the tools to put it completely together in the ring.
Yeah.
But when he's just throwing motherfuckers around, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You know? And like people like to compare him, you hear the Gary Albrights, you hear all that kind of stuff, all the suplex monsters of the past.
Of course.
And the bigger difference there is that I think they're a little better at the storytelling and sort of putting a match together in a ring.
And it's a little unfair to him because he doesn't ask for it. You know?
It's unfair. But when he is just being a monster throwing people around, it's super impressive to watch. The other side of that is Okada being able to toss Cobb around like he did in this match.
Dude.
Is Herculean.
That ending sequence when he hits the Inoki Enziguri.
Yes.
Then when he hits like the Cobra Flosion right into the Rainmaker, holy shit!
Cobb's a big boy. He's a thick boy.
He's a big man.
He's eating his protein powder. So,
I like that when all that came out about fucking Elgin, they went back to the G1 conference and Cobb taking a little shot, be like, "Oh, what are you boys even over here doing? Stealing all my protein?"
Right. But yeah, impressive that Okada was able to move him around like he did. We all know the win to this one. That's not a surprise to anybody. Cobb ain't there, but this was good too, man.
I thought this was awesome. Good. I love this.
And again,
a lot.
like I said with Sonata and Jay White, like them letting Sonata, and they may or may not have a say in it. They get to do what they want in the ring,
of course.
But like the fact that the champ's letting Sonata have his time and have his closeness, and then he ain't champ, but he's still fucking Okada. Cobb being in that ring, holding his own. Okada likes him enough to let him take some advantage. If they're talking about in the back,
it elevates everyone, man.
That's
the goal of this shit.
Elevates him in a loss.
Yeah.
So
we're moving to night 2.
Night number 2.
We're starting off with Tai Chi.
Yes. This was Saturday, right? Sunday.
This was Sunday. Yeah.
Versus these were back-to-back nights.
Versus Mr. G1.
Yes.
Tomohiro Ishii.
Yes, the man who we say that with no irony. He's never won one.
No.
But he is the most consistent G1 performer.
We were texting about this last night.
Like the last 3 or
it's a goddamn shame.
5 years, however long. He is the most consistent.
Always.
More people get over off the back of Ishii in the G1 than anybody.
It's a fact, man.
Anybody.
He doesn't get his goddamn respect.
The match with fucking Omega when he's biting the rope, that was in the G1.
Him and Zack Sabre Jr.
Jr. Great. That's an all-time match for me.
The one where he hit that lariat on Omega, blew his lip off his face.
Right. Nobody.
Him, Moxley from like 3 years ago.
Nobody gets more in the G1, more off the back of someone in the G1 than anybody who wrestles Ishii.
It's just a fact.
It's just what it is. He looks great in a loss. He's basically bulletproof with that audience. It is a travesty that he's never won one because he is so fucking consistent.
It's a goddamn shame, man.
And he wrestles Tai Chi here, a guy that I'm not a particular fan of.
You're not. I'm not gonna say I'm a big fan of him either.
He used to wrestle a little soft.
Yes.
Trained by Kawada, he should know better. And in this ring, he does. And I think it's because Ishii calls him his shoot name.
He does, yeah. He just calls him his shoot name. Even Charlton goes, "Oh boy." And how the match starts. Do you remember how the match starts?
No.
Ishii walks over and just fucking smacks the shit out of him.
Right, because Tai Chi's a bitch.
Yeah, and he's like, come on, let's fucking go.
And then Tai Chi just kicks him and potatoes him for the rest of the match.
He wrestles like
I watched this
Kawada.
and texted was like, do I like Tai Chi now?
And I said, when he wrestles like this, absolutely.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
This match was it was right up our alley.
Yeah, right up our alley. Ishii, this is my favorite match because it's my guy. But Ishii loses, as he does. Doesn't matter. He's always the best in the G1, win or lose. He'll get 6 to 8, maybe 10 points. But people will just lose off of him and get pushed up the card. This is brutal. This is two men beating the shit out of each other. It's my kind of wrestling. This is Tenryu wrestling Kawada. Yeah. And they talk about that in the match. Like that's their mentors.
That's their mentors, yeah.
It is all of that. The way that FTR and Punk like to do Bret Hart tributes and all their shit. Ishii is just Tenryu and Choshu.
That's all.
It's what he is when he wrestles Eddie Kingston. It is when he wrestles Tai Chi. It will be when he wrestles anybody else. He beats the shit out of people and then he loses in the G1.
Yeah, that's just what happens.
The way it is.
This was
I love this match.
Out of all the 3 nights so far, this is my third favorite match.
I understand that there are matches better that happen.
No. Listen,
but personally, for me, this is my exact style of wrestling. It's my favorite guy.
It's your favorite. It's your list because it's your
absolutely.
favorite. I'm not. Hey, if it's your favorite, it's your favorite. I'm never gonna fucking knock anybody for that.
It's my favorite guy wrestling a match against the guy who I don't particularly like, who surprised the fuck out of me.
Yeah,
made me happy.
Next match, Toru Yano versus Jonah.
Mm-hmm.
Having to talk with like Tim and Dwicky this week. Mm-hmm. Jonah gets Yano'd.
Yeah. Somebody has to. Lots more people will.
Dwicky loved it.
Yeah.
Tim didn't like it.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
Okay.
What did you think of it?
So, I didn't watch all of this match, and I'll explain to you why. So, I saw the towel gimmick.
Listen, if you don't know about Yano, he's a fucking trickster. He's a prankster. That's what he is now.
Right. Go back and watch blonde-haired Yano. He was a shit kicker.
Yeah, he used to throw people around, dump them on their heads.
But I watched the beginning, and I was like, yeah, this isn't something I need to watch to take the time with. So I watched the very beginning, whatever. And then, like Chromecast just skipped through on the app, and I didn't skip far enough. I saw who won. I saw Yano won. Yeah. And I was like, all right, Jonah gets Yano'd in the first match. I have to go back and watch now. Yeah. So I went back a bit. See that I saw the towel gimmick. I saw who won. I went back, and then Yano wins it. Double nut shot, kind of thing. And we've said it in our build up to this in our preview. Somebody gets Yano'd. Moxley got Yano'd. Everybody gets Yano'd. Yep. A couple more people are going to get Yano. Yano will finish with 6 points in this tournament. He'll win 3 matches through trickery. I like the finish. I like the comedy of it. Would I have done it to Jonah? Probably not. First time in the G1, coming in looking like a fucking badass. Whatever. But I liked it more than I didn't like it. But I'm not going to say it was like good or great.
Well, and I said this to those dudes.
But I appreciate that people still get Yano'd.
Yeah, I'm fine with it, but I said to those dudes, I think Yano's gimmick right now doesn't have the same effect with the quiet crowds. Mm-mm. It just kind of falls really flat for me. Right. If the crowds are making noise, like laughing, and I'm having fun then. But this is just kind of like, oh, okay, it just makes the big guy look like a dope.
I also think that if this was, I'm going to say regular G1, meaning not a 4 bracket, not an expanded G1. I think Yano probably would have been left out of it this year.
I don't think he would.
No, you think they would still would put him in?
Always put Yano in.
I think there's enough
for
talent.
The purpose of Yanoing people.
That's true, but I think there's enough talent that you could conceivably leave that out of it because, like you said, it's not necessarily getting over the best right now. But
I think if it was a normal bracket, you leave out guys like Chase Owens.
Yeah, absolutely,
and Yujiro. Like they don't need to be there.
Get fucked.
But
I like Yanoing people, so that it'll get a thumb up from me. But it's what it is.
Yeah. So the next match, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Kenta.
Lots of people's favorites right here.
My favorite.
Okay.
They spent like 20 minutes just kicking the shit out of each other.
I thought Zack Sabre Jr. died at one point in this match.
What part? Is it when Kenta just open palm strikes him? It's like, when towards the end.
Kenta ducks and hits the shorthanded right. I thought for sure that Sabre was out. I was like, that's it. Yeah. It's over. Dude, you can't take that. You cannot take that.
This was Kenta looking like Kenta. Mm-hmm. How about the gnarly scars on his back from that Wrestle Kingdom match? Oh, nuts. My God.
So I also thought that he did die with the low knee out of the corner.
Yes.
I was like, oh, shit. Like, people are dying in this match.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zack Sabre Jr. has probably the strongest face I've ever seen in a professional wrestler.
Yeah, he gets the shit beat
out of him. I love the tap out of nowhere at the end because Sabre was getting taken advantage of, man.
Yeah, but it just shows don't give him a limb. Do not give him a limb. He'll tear you apart. Yeah, and I love like Kenta trying to be like, I didn't tap out, and you did, buddy. Like,
and that's the thing. Sabre Jr. His style, not my preferred style. I think he's great. I like seeing him in matchups like this against a guy like Kenta, who's just going to open face slap him until he cries or taps him out. Sort of how that. I mean, that Ishii match I think is one of the best mixed match dynamics I've ever seen. Not my favorite, but it's still a really good match. It's a favorite list was hard for these, especially for these first 2 nights because they put it the fuck out there.
They brought it, man. They really did. Yeah.
And this was another really fucking good match.
I loved it. I think it was the best match so far. Yeah. I love Kenta looking like Kenta. Yeah. That will always make me happy.
He's going to have a very interesting G1 if he continues to look like this. So is Sabre. It's an interesting fucking bracket.
Dude, Sabre, he can go out and win it. Like if you won the block, I'd say, yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm. And then main event.
Yep.
Rock Hard. Juice Robinson.
Yeah.
Against Shingo Takagi.
I didn't watch it.
So I did because I like both these dudes.
Yeah.
I thought the match was going really good, in the last 2 to 3 minutes, it fell right on his face. That's why I didn't watch it. It ended up hurting it so bad. The finish got really I don't know, Juice was going for the whatever the fuck, what does it call his finish? I can't remember. The Juice squeezer. I don't fucking know. But I don't know. So something just got really fucked up. It was anticlimactic. Yeah. And it bummed me out because I do like Rock Hard Juice Robinson a lot. I like Shingo Takagi a lot. Again, Shingo's a guy where if he wins his block, I'll say okay. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it just I don't know, something about it that finish just did not fucking click for me. So it bummed me out. Yeah. And then the only match that I believe you and I both watched from night 3 of the tournament.
Oh God, yeah, only one.
Only thing worth watching.
Way. The night 3 was even people were saying this is the worst sort of lineup of a G1 you could possibly.
When I just saw the 4 matches, I go, well, I know I'm only watching 1 to 4 sure.
Yeah, that was rough. That's a rough lineup.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Can you tell me?
Yeah, it stands for Goto.
Yeah, it stands for Goto.
The G and G1 stands for Goto.
Good. Hiroki Goto beat Tetsuya Naito.
He did.
What the fuck?
Because the G1 stands for
Where
Goto.
did this come from,
I don't know.
Man?
I don't know.
Crazy.
This match was super interesting to me because, one, there's no way in hell I expected Goto to win.
Absolutely not.
But this was paced like a much bigger match. This was paced like this fucker was going to go an hour.
It's a main event.
Right.
You know?
But they were slow, methodical, back and forth fucking pro wrestling. And I was like, this could go a really long time. They are pacing this the right fucking way.
Yeah.
And this was really good. Great back and forth wrestling. Just not, everything was tight. Nothing bad in this match at all. And then fucking Goto wins. Goto won. Maybe Naito. Right, maybe the biggest upset in the G1 so far.
I think so.
Even over Yanoing Jonah.
Even over Hanari Tanahashi. Yeah. This is the biggest upset
huge,
so far.
Right. Yep. And lots of people
crazy.
Lots of people online, and I agree, they don't understand how Goto isn't a top tier talent in that company.
I don't understand either. I think he's great. He's always been great.
Right. Always been great. Solid, consistent wrestler. Not the flashiest guy in the world.
There's just no crowd connection with him.
Right.
For whatever reason.
Gato hates him. But
Gato hates Naito too, though.
Right, that's true.
As
seen by the finish of this match.
And look how flip
the coin.
It's arguable Naito's the most popular guy in that goddamn company.
Absolutely.
In Japan for sure.
Yeah.
He beats Naito.
He does.
But the match I thought was awesome.
Yeah, it was really good.
I love the finishing sequence, man. When he hits that GTR on Naito, killed him with
awesome.
It. Yep. Oh, it was so good.
It was good fucking wrestler.
Dude. It was just awesome. Right. It was good shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Goto beat Naito.
Goto beat Naito. Right? Crazy.
Crazy. So we're through 3 nights right now. The G1.
We are.
Living are already happy with it.
Yeah, for sure. When is it back? When's the next night?
I believe
are they doing that Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday? Is that how it's working?
I believe it's going to be Saturday's the next. Okay, so Saturday's the next night, the 23rd.
Yeah.
You have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Hanare, Okada Yano, your favorite match, Yoshihashi Shingo, and Ishii Switchblade.
Ooh, that's a good match.
And then Sunday.
So I guess not everybody has had a match yet, right? Or has everybody?
Everybody's had a match.
Has everybody had a match?
I think so. Sunday, you have El Phantasmo versus Yujiro.
It sucks, ELP. Good luck.
Jeff Cobb versus Bad Luck Fale.
Good luck.
Sonata versus Taichi.
Oh, watch that.
And Tanahashi versus Naito.
Ooh, that'll be good. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude!
What?
Whoever loses that starts off the G1 0-2.
0-2, man.
Holy shit!
How are you going to have?
Who does Gato not like more?
How are you going to have those guys go 0-2?
That's an interesting story.
Very interesting.
You have the ace go. Oh my God, that's a lose-lose for anybody.
So then also matches. So they haven't announced the lineups yet. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they have, but I just don't have them in front of me. So they're doing Saturday, Sunday, and they're doing Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
So
it's 4 days a week now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
makes sense.
Yeah. So even after that, there's going to actually be a long. The week after they're doing Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday. Okay. That's it. So It's a little bit more spread out, which is fine. I'm fine with it, So we're going to have 4 days this week. Obviously, we're not watching every fucking match.
Right.
Like that first night, I'll probably just watch Okada, Yano, and then Ishii, Jay White. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I'll watch Hinari Sabre. I'll watch that. So I'll watch 3 to 4. And then that second night, I'm only watching Sonata, Taichi, Tana versus Naito.
Yeah, we'll pick and choose. That's the best advice
Unless somebody's like, yo, you need to see this.
Yeah, and feel free to do that. But like the best thing I can recommend for the G1 is watch what you want to watch.
Yeah, watch what you want to watch.
You don't have to watch everything.
You don't.
Watch social media.
I understand it's a big undertaking, dude.
Right. People will tell you what matches are good and what aren't.
Yeah.
And watch what you want to watch. If you're pressed for time, watch your guys.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be what's the best match, but pick a couple people.
Just watch your guys.
Press for time, watch your guys.
Yeah.
If you watch more, but start by watching your guys.
Absolutely.
I will only probably skip one Ishii match this whole tournament. Is Ishii in the bracket with Yujiro?
I don't know.
I don't think he is, so I probably won't miss an Ishii match. Because I'll watch Ishii beat up anybody.
Yeah,
and I'm not watching Yujiro.
To friends listening, I fucking love that you're into this. It makes me so happy. Even if you want to get into this, we'll hit one of us up.
Yeah,
I'll fucking talk your ear off about all this shit, man.
Absolutely.
It makes me so happy. So
here's what you do. Call the At Odds with Wrestling hotline and talk about the G1 for us to hear. Because we don't have. I don't want to set up a phone number, and I'm not learning how to play messages
I don't
on here. People leaving 3.5 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute phone calls. That's not happening. Call the At Odds line and talk to them about the G1 for us.
Yeah. Just call it and be like, hey, this is for Brett and Dude.
Right. Adam knows. Adam's a Japanese wrestling expert.
Adam loves the Great Okan.
So
Adam loves him now.
Good. He should.
He messaged it. He goes like, I fucking love him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, Adam, the best. It's happening.
He's the best. He did another thing with a fucking porn star this week.
I know.
It's insane.
All right. We'll wrap this up with, did you buy anything this week?
Oh, dear Jesus. So,
all right, it's San Diego Comic-Con week.
Right, which is apparently just an action figure show now. I've heard,
dude,
and I know it's early, and that's like this stuff, but I haven't heard a single fucking comic book news because it's early. It used to just be the weekend. Now it's all fucking week. Yeah. Whatever. That'll come, but
it will.
The Thursday night now, which used to be a preview night. I think Wednesday's the preview night, or maybe Tuesday's, or whatever. It's fucking massive. Action figure night, everything. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe,
everything,
Pokemans, Transformers, Marvel stuff. Everybody's coming out with shit. Mattel dropped the fucking proverbial and literal hammer on everybody.
Brother.
On my wallet, on your wallet, on the world's wallet, on Jazzware's fucking business model, everywhere.
They just took Jerry Padawer and fucking smacked him right in the face, man.
Crushed that dude.
Brother.
Yeah. So, did I buy anything this week? I pre-ordered the Target NWO Macho Man Ultimate.
Same. Yeah, you texted me this morning. I said, yep,
it sucks that everything's dropping when it does, because that adds up.
It's tough. It's
tough. Then Mattel dropped all these reveals and then drops 1.5 million fucking pre-orders.
A bunch of reveals last night, and then a bunch of reveals today.
Right. So, much to my chagrin, I was a fool and was waiting to figure out what else I wanted to buy, because I hadn't seen the Dusty and whatever. And the Chainsaw Charlie's like the first figure to sell out of all their stuff. It's not even up on the site anymore. It'll be back, or I'll find it in stores.
It'll be
not
back.
Gonna be that fucking hard.
I wouldn't even sweat it.
All these pre-orders, they're months. Like some of this shit's not coming out till December. That's not till September. It'll be back up, or I'll find it on the shelves, or somebody will find it. I'm not worried about it. The FOMO got to me. I'm bummed that I was that much of an idiot, because that's my guy. But that's fine, because that's less of a hit to my wallet this weekend when I have to pre-order the Junk Shop, or not pre-order, actually order the Junk Shop Dog Terry and the No Holds Barred thing tomorrow.
I think we all have the agreement. You, me, Adam, Joe.
Yes.
I think Tim as well.
Yeah.
We're all gunning for the 2.
Gunning for 2.
Gunning for 2.
And that's tomorrow at noon.
Yes.
Right.
I did get the Chainsaw Charlie.
Yes. And we also bought our
trust
LBAC
me,
tickets.
I've been very bummed knowing that you haven't, and I'm kind of just like, dude, when I get it in, you can just have it.
It'll be there,
and I will buy it later.
It'll be there.
I know, but it's your guy.
It's my guy. Well,
it's your guy.
Is.
I feel like I have to.
So the biggest problem with the Chainsaw Charlie thing is that we've only seen the renders, right? So up until tonight, we'd only seen the renders.
Even on the reveal, like, the panel today, they didn't show it.
Right. And, like, I'm going to buy it no matter what.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know. And then I saw that Dusty. And I was like, I get all the Dusties.
Sure.
I have the original Legends Dusty. This
Same.
is Polka Dot against Macho Man. But the render had him with no shirt. Let's see what's going on. People were saying it was going to be a 2-pack. Who knows? Whatever. And then it's yellow shirt Dusty. And I was like, do I want it? Do I not want it? And then
it's not a 2-pack.
Right. Do I want it? Do I not want it? I don't know. Because, like, Ringside hits you for shipping's like $9. The figures are already $30 or more. And I was like, oh, do I want to be paying $40 for a figure?
The Suckers Premium.
Right, Suckers Premium, which has gone up like everything else in the fucking world.
Of course.
And I was debating. I was like, you know what? I'm just getting the Terry. That's my guy. That's all I need right now. Everything else is going to be around. I want that Mega Power set, especially seeing in the box that they're in the shake hand pose. Don't even have to open that fucker.
Nope.
And I'm like, I want that, but that's not for December. That's a Ringside exclusive. They're always there.
I did order that.
But I was like, and then I went to pull the trigger on the Terry. It let me add it to my cart, put in all my information, and when I clicked, it said sold out. I'm like, how do you sell out of a pre-order? But whatever. I'll get it eventually.
For some,
it's gonna
I
show
really
up.
am. If I get mine before you, you get yours,
whatever.
You can just if you as long as your order's in, you can just fucking have mine, and I'll wait until you get yours.
But yeah, so we'll see. It's going to show up. They'll put it on back order. They'll put up a second wave of pre-orders, or it'll show up in a fucking store somewhere. I'm not that worried about it because there's also a Terry Ultimate that I'm going to have to fucking buy. And Junk Shop has 2 that if I want to get both of them tomorrow, I have to spend like $100.
You're not. Don't.
I'm not.
We had this talk.
I ain't doing it.
No.
I'm going to get the one
that
matters. That's more money than I want to pay for it, but I'm going to do it.
Like I told you, hey.
Right.
He ain't selling out.
Right, exactly.
If you fucking want that one down the line,
he ain't sold out of his limited edition.
That's what I mean. If you want that down the line, just get it down the line.
Exactly. Gotta weigh the wallet a little bit, but yeah. So lots of crazy shit. But that was all I bought. Other than, like I said, our LVAC tickets, so we'll be there for that.
Can't wait.
That's all. Everything wrestling related I bought. I know you chimed in with some stuff, but run down your list.
Yeah. Well, so I did get the Mega Powers. Yeah. I got the Chainsaw Charlie.
Yes.
Which I swear to God, I'm telling you, I'm serious.
Don't worry about it.
If mine comes in first, as long as you have an order in for one, you can fucking have it because that's your dude.
It's funny.
What else did I say I bought?
Mega Powers,
Chainsaw Charlie.
Yeah.
Did I buy something else?
You didn't buy the Dusty?
No, I didn't buy the Dusty.
Okay. The Warrior.
Oh, yes. Well, actually, I have all my shit here. All right, so I did buy the, yesterday, AEW with their few things they put up. I did buy the CM Punk Ringside exclusive.
Nice. I like the box. Comes with the ice cream cutout.
And that's one of like the coolest moments in wrestling for me.
Sure.
So
do you open that or no?
No.
Okay.
Ringside exclusives, I don't open.
Yeah.
I just leave them.
The one I opened was the P.S. Hayes one because it was just in a regular box.
That wasn't a Ringside exclusive.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, it was just that was like a collector's edition, like in the main Elite line.
Oh, really? But it wasn't ever in stores.
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
It ended up in stores.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird. But
it was like on the same lines along like Kama.
Oh, okay.
Like they were considered.
Combo was a Walmart exclusive.
Yeah, they were considered like collector's editions.
Okay. That's weird.
Yeah, they were doing that for a little bit. Okay. It's weird.
But I like the Cactus box. Like the boxes are really nice.
Yeah, like I won't.
I'm not going to open that.
Like I have like Ultimate Warrior WrestleMania 12 when he came back and squashed Hunter.
Right.
I'm not going to open that box.
They should do the Chainsaw Charlie in plywood box. That's what he should come in with the like mimic the cutout when Terry cuts the jagged thing. That's how they should do it. They're not going to, but that's how they should do it.
But God, they should.
Yeah.
I did buy the unmatched Bryan Danielson.
Okay.
Because it's the first like official Bryan Danielson
really nice
figure.
Yeah.
So I got that. I did order both AEW Supremes that dropped yesterday. Nice. The Kenny Omega and the Malachi Black.
Nice.
Those figures look fantastic.
Yep.
I want them both, so I got them both.
With the amount of things that Mattel announced, sadly that Malachi I think has dropped way down on the list until I see it.
Yeah.
With the Hitman Ultimate and the fucking Terry Funk Ultimate.
Dude, the Hitman All Pink Ultimate.
Yep.
The Terry, and that it's going to be the Terry Funk. It's based off the LJN. They're calling it the Coliseum Collection. It's Terry Funk Ultimate and the Hogan LJN Ultimate. It's going to be a 2-pack.
Right.
It's going to be on Mattel Creations.
Yep.
I don't need another fucking Terry.
Or
Hogan.
You don't need another Terry Bollea.
Bollea, sorry.
Yeah.
Right. I don't. I fucking don't because when I kept saying to you, hey, I need to see the picture, I need confirmation, then I'll pre-order it. Right. Well, it came out last night, the Hogan Elite with the goddamn war bonnet.
I pre-ordered that week ago. I couldn't.
As soon as I saw the picture, I went, click.
Yeah, absolutely.
I need that fucking war bonnet.
Yep.
And then I also got Ultimate Warrior WrestleMania 7 Ultimate. Okay. Because it's the retirement match, him and Macho. Mm-hmm. Probably Warrior's best fucking match. Yeah. I love the gear that he wears. Yeah. So I got that. Nice. A lot of reveals today, man. I want both the Head Shrinkers and the Samoan SWAT team with Paulie Dangerously as the manager. That fucking Stunning Steve.
That Stunning Steve's awesome.
With the red TV title. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I want it. Mm-hmm. What else?
The Ray with the WCW Cruiser title. Yeah,
the first WCW Cruiserweight title figure with the Ray. Oh my God.
Yeah.
God damn.
The Hitman, for me, the Hitman Ultimate, I'll pick.
Absolutely.
The Boogeyman Elite for me.
Well, yeah, you need it.
I love Boogeyman.
I saw it, because he was pictured with Rick Boogs. People were saying, I hope Rick Boogs comes back as the Boogsy Man. Yeah. And I was like, that'll be DJ's favorite gimmick
It really would be. I love the Boogeyman. I have the big... Joe, the Godfather of the Super Name Network, bought me years ago. I don't even know what line that was called, but it's like the giant.
It's insane. I
wrestling
love it.
figures, and I have the Boogeyman. They made like 5 of them. It was like Orton, Trips.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Now, would you get the regular version or the Chase version?
I don't remember him with an all red face.
He did towards the end of his run.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
An all red face with like yellow dots on it.
Oh, okay. I guess I do remember it. The figure didn't ring a bell, but I sort of can picture it. The regular. That's how I think of him. Okay, that's what I want. I love the Boogeyman for real. Yeah. Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there anything really else?
The Farouk.
Farouk Assad blue helmet Farouk. I fucking need that.
Absolutely.
What'd you think about, like, the fucking WCW AJ Styles?
Yeah.
What a weird. Random fucking figure. Right. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
But that's so weird.
It's a certain level of collector. Some people who see AJ Styles are going to buy it anyway because they love AJ. But that's from 2001. Like, he would not.
WWE was around for 3 months.
Air Paris is next, I guess.
Yeah, wild, dude.
But yeah.
But yeah, Mattel.
They crushed it, man.
They absolutely, dude. That one set of retros. I feel I was just texting you this morning saying, I think I'm going to sell my first set.
Yeah.
Then the line that's coming out with Tugboat, American Lex Luger. Mm-hmm. Who else was it? Doink,
Rhythm and Blues,
Greg Valentine. I go, I have to get that. Mm-hmm. It's all they're Hasbros,
right?
Like, that's all that era, and that's what I really want.
Right, it was that last line.
Yeah, like
the Double J Ultimate that's way away.
I'll have to get that too. Double J never loses. Yeah. And as long as I keep buying Double J, I'll never lose.
Right, it's true.
But yeah, dude, I'm
out. I've decided I'm not going to get in the retro game.
Smart.
I have the Iron Sheik one, which I'll probably get rid of.
I have 2 retros. I have Iron Sheik and I have Diesel.
Right.
That's it.
My problem is that I like that they were like, let's throw back to that era of action figure. But they're just a little too far out of proportion with the Hasbros.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
For me to like line them up next to my Hasbros and be like, oh, look how cool the guys who didn't get Hasbros are like finally getting them. It does something about them doesn't click. And now that they're expanding the line so much, I'm like, I can't. As much as I love the NWO pack, I hope they redo the 6 or do a new NWO 6 because I want that.
What an Elite?
Like an Elite.
They did the one. There's nothing else you need.
Yeah, right. But it's $50-$60, so I want them to redo it, so I don't have to pay that much. But because the retro looks like that one.
Yeah.
But
it's the jumper.
Yeah. But they're really cool. But I'm out of that game.
Yeah.
I'm out of the Superstars game.
Yeah,
I love the Papa Shango.
That's a great figure. I love that they put the natural disasters. Right. Real cool.
They're not as cool as the natural disasters elites.
No, those are 2 of the best ever.
Right, the best ever. I do like, the only one that I will entertain buying is the Mr. T.
It does look real good.
Because he has a soft goods the way Mr. T used to dress for real.
Yep.
With the camo, with the the spandex overalls with all the chains.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like, when you take that off, it looks like wrestling Mr. T.
Yeah.
But I want just a Mr. T figure that looks cool like Mr. T from, like, the A-Team. Like, it looks like a B.A. Baracus figure.
It does. It really does.
And that's
pretty much what it is.
So, like, that's what if I see it, like, Paul Mart or somebody, I'll probably snag it just to have a cool Mr. T figure that looks like regular Mr. T, not wrestling Mr. T.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm pretty much like Elites and Ultimates.
Yeah, if they make a Terry Funk of a retro or of a superstar,
sure,
I will bend over backwards to get it. But otherwise, I'm out of that line.
Yeah, me too. Like I do think
maybe a Dusty could convince me.
I'll probably get that one set just because of all the era of Hasbro's.
Right.
It's tough because I still have that first box set. I never opened it.
Right.
I only wanted the Ogrelund.
Lots of people are flipping that set too.
Yeah,
Well,
you already have the Piper,
right? And the Hart Foundation's going to make you buy Nikolai,
like it'd be cool to have a Jim Hart or Jim Neidhart, but
right.
like in the Hart Foundation gear, not the new Foundation gear.
Yeah,
but it's like, is it worth it to me? I don't think it is. You know,
right?
Maybe if somebody just sells it on its own, then all right, maybe I'll go for it. But I mean, what a fucking crazy reveal, dude! Mattel,
crazy day.
Kudos to them, man. That
absolutely.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Obviously, this shit's not dropping all at once. It's going to come out over time.
Thankfully.
So, yeah, right. So yeah, I mean, that's what I got. I've been a good boy. Haven't been buying much lately just because I kind of knew this was coming up.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's just not go in. But then I saw this shit today. I go, all right, we're good. I made sure all my shit's in order and we're good. Yeah. So now just wish us luck tomorrow at noon.
Right.
Wish us
We're
luck.
trying.
God damn it.
We'll just be shooting texts. Once I get in, I get two. I'm going to text you, see where everybody's at.
Yeah. We should have got a group check.
Yeah. But, yeah. All right.
That's
it, right?
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been We Need Wrestling. We'll be back next week. Until then, you can reach out to us at We Need Wrestling on Twitter and Instagram. Recommendations, G1 stuff, whatever you happen to want or need. You can email the show, we need wrestling at gmail.com. Check us out there. We're all over any podcast place where you can get podcasts. We're there. I hope. We're part of the Soon to Be Named Network at STBN Network on Twitter, soon to be named network.com, soon to be named network.tumblr.com. We mentioned, I think, all the shows already. But Hit My Music, Final Wrestling Place, At Odds with Wrestling, Long Box Heroes After Dark, Profane Agreements. That's a little joke if you listen to you'll get that in a second. Wings on Wings, our other show. New episodes drop for that on Tuesdays. Check all that out. I think all of us were texting one version of another show in one way or another today with action figure reveals.
I saw Adam was like, dude, he's like, why do I have this many? I just need one big group chat.
Right. I was texting you. I was texting our group chat with Adam. I was texting Joe. Everybody all around the world there.
It was insane.
Big day for all of that.
Yeah.
So check all of that out. Big shout out to Fig Daddy Cool on Twitter.
My new favorite follow.
Out there doing the Lord's work, letting everyone know the best fig deals out there. A true champion of the fig hunting world, Fig Daddy Cool.
I respect you, Fig Daddy Cool.
Yep, at Fig Daddy Cool. Check him out. The best with his Mikey from Orange County Choppers Pez dispenser.
Oh my god,
the fucking thing! Don't tell anybody I told you that's what that was.
That's between us.
Yes, between us. That's a secret. But we'll be back next week with more wrestling talk, more covering the G1, which is what we're doing till it's over, and then we're going to slide in the N1. So if you don't like Japanese wrestling, I apologize.
I don't. What are you doing?
I don't actually. Yeah, right. Figure. Get your shit together, pal. Cut the shit, Shivani. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds!